This is it.
I dare
Good
you.
evening, ladies, lords, lasses, and all those in between. It is I, your humble game master, the Deathly Shad, joined today by his lovely players for the Rains of Vitrium, Part 50. Ooh! Getting in numbers, aren't we?
Except for viewership. Those numbers remain the same.
No, I get up to 100 on occasion, you know what I mean? Anyway.
Oh boy, double digit.
Hey. It's some. Anyway, so...
Numbers.
It's a numbers game, man. So, with that having been said, Agathar, say hi to the people.
Hi, hello.
Mori, say hi to the people.
Mm.
Rencois, say hi to the people.
Hello.
And Soren, say hi to the people.
Hello, dearies.
And Valen, say hi to the people.
Hello, everyone.
Good to see that you are all here. And
Bienvenue,
I... And remember, if you like what we do here at the Rains of Vitrium, remember to like, comment, subscribe, so on and so forth, and whatnot. Trying to pump them numbers and get the word out that we're doing D&D live, everybody. Till then, let us start things off. When last we left our adventurers, Agathar the Kobold Necromancer, Morrigan the Halfling Divination Wizard, Rencois the Rabbitfolk Monk, Soren the Rabbitfolk Samurai, and Valen the Rabbitfolk Cleric. The party took a bit of time to get prepared for their biggest mission in Merzye yet, the hunt for the Great Four. While out shopping for goods, Agathar's scythe awakened upon eating a very rare magical item, just crunching on it, and the party discovered that his scythe was sentient the whole time, and in possession of the soul of a woman by the name of Veronica Artorius Sawyer. Waha! Percival was able to attain a crystal ball during this shopping, meeting... Mori, my fault. Shit. God. The mind bug was there the whole time. Anyway, Mori was able to attain a crystal ball, and everyone else got some much-needed armor. Thankfully. Finally. I can stop hitting with, like, 10s on the dice. Anyway.
You were...
And Rencois
I was gonna say, you were doing that anyway. What?
Still a wizard with 11 AC over here.
Ah, you have shield. You'll be fine.
I'd never have it prepared.
That sounds like
Skill
a skill.
issue.
I was about to say!
Why
Ooh!
waste the spell slot on something that's gonna hit me anyway?
You know what? Fair enough. Anyway, so after the shopping trip, things settled down a bit, and while Percival and Rencois shared a tender moment with while Mori and Rencois shared a tender moment and a lovely date with one another, Soren discovers a bit of the horrors of Vani's past in her work. And Agathar also got to share an intimate moment with Soy Fang, giving her a ring of regeneration he had purchased. And with a cute look, a comment, and a spirit bomb of extra luck from the party, and a natural 20 charisma check of a total of 30, he got laid.
Woo! Hey, they got a new skill called the Rizzler? What the fuck?
Rencois already got that with the smolder.
That's true.
It
Only works on one person.
It was a good night for all. Yet, while the party prepared and slept, other forces stirred and things happened. Yet, what exactly are they? Who perform meetings in the dark, and just how much resistance is the party to expect on their quest to attain the Forge? Who knows? I don't. Let's find out as we return to the Rains of Vitrium. So, while night turned to day, shadows can be seen moving through the night. Scouts and messengers, seekers galore, all searching for a few named individuals within Fort Providence. Money is exchanged and people are hired. One large, burly man takes his coins and turns to give his tired-looking wife a kiss on the forehead, his child a pat on there. Then he makes his way to a room in his house and opens up 2 large doors, a closet full of equipment. Plate mail with Zim-like etchings on it, a large cylindrical device composed of 8 different smaller cylinders, paralleled with one another in a circle, attached to a large feeding apparatus. A giggling female strolls into her house with her money to pluck a large scythe from a wall with Zim-like glyphs and etchings along it as well, putting on a couple of different vambraces with a glint of pure delight entering her eyes at the prospect of violence. Yet further still, a man with green eyes accepts a contract solemnly. No money is given, but the promise of a debt forgiveness for his children is. Through gritted teeth, he dons a green outfit and straps a pair of revolvers to his hips, specialized ammunition placed into bandoliers across his chest and around his waist. Then, across the city, another person puts money on a counter in an adventurer's guild, alongside another person as well. The 2 of them looking to buy 2 different adventurers. One being a group of mercenaries that have a fairly good reputation, and one giggling lady that has an infamous reputation. It doesn't take long before they both arrive, the group having their fearless leader take up the contract while the walking armory of a giggling girl with a whip-like tail is presented the other. The 2 looking at one another before the girl gives a salute and a laugh as she floats out of the guild to begin her job. The group chasing behind quickly enough. With mercenaries hired and their investments protected, debt lords come together to attend a meeting. As the 5 debt lords congregate within an unspecified meeting place, a large circular room with a vast wooden table in the center of it, a map of Merzye at the center of it, with moving parts seen showing off various trade routes and the flow of money within the city itself. The meeting begins with all 5 debt lords having been sat down within it. Beside them, their closest confidants. For Loden, it is Raimier. For Masquara, a high elven individual, a male. It is another high elven woman with spectacles and a clipboard. Hestia, a not so muscular minotaur woman with black spots and a dairy cow looking appearance on her and a motherly look in her eyes, with a long flowery dress, just kind of like sprinkled everywhere. Behind her is another effeminate minotaur, a male, with long flowing robes and an inquisitive look in his eyes. Adrian, a fire genasi with a large wide-brim hat and a cigar permanently chewed in his mouth, smoking, lit at all times, is accompanied by a female human who is taking notes for him, and Fascia, with golden adornment. Am I cutting in and out for you guys?
A little bit.
Give me a second.
Internet go burr.
Uh-huh. Is that helping?
So far, so good. Just keep going.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway. And Fascia, this human woman dressed in, like, you know, a long flowing gown with, like, lots of golden adornments in her hair, earrings, a couple neck rings, and more than a few rings along her fingers, is accompanied by a female halfling that is all smiles and pleased as punch to be there. With that having been said, Mori, or should I say Loden, please start the conversation off.
So, we're all here. Good. I assume that each of you have hired mercenaries to hunt down the forge.
I have hired the best that money can buy.
I hired locally.
I called on a few debts that needed to be paid.
Soren. Or Hestia.
I outsourced someone strong that will certainly get the forge for us.
And who would that happen to be?
No one you need to worry about. After all, we are all pursuing this forge together, are we not?
There's this general tension in the air as the five of you stare at each other for a long moment. Before Valen, or should I say Adrian, what's up?
Well, we'll soon see whose loyalties lies with the group, and whose lies with themselves.
Yes, and I'm sure that any one of us who attempts to take the forge for themselves will find it very hard to keep it from the rest of us.
The tension in the air ramps up before Lucy speaks up again.
Speaking of, I actually have another thing to add to the docket for this meeting of ours.
Huh. And what would that be? Do you need another small loan to add to your wardrobe?
She wears a lot of clothing.
Yes,
Not like a
hardly.
proud dragonborn and his red scales is all someone truly needs.
Do you ever shut up about your scales?
Again
No,
about the
you can't go-
Dragonborn.
We are the superior race.
No, you Candlewick. I have another person that is interested in Merzye and what we can offer them. Our Zimtech has stabilized this last year, and this person reached out to me a couple weeks ago to aid in their war effort. She'll kind of lean back, her fingers steepled a bit, tapping two of them together. I present to you all a messenger from the Emperor of Caligran.
And with that, the air in the room chills as the door opens, and heavy footfalls can be heard. Thum, thum, thum. A tall figure enters the room, with a metal suit adorning their body, tubes extending out from a backpack to a mask on the face, with two large glasses that seem to be glowing with this teal blue light, the eyes completely obscured from within this helmet. The figure reaches up to adjust a few dials along their chest, and begins speaking with a heavy filter. Good evening, debt lords of Merzye. I am here to make each of you an offer on behalf of my emperor. And with a smile from within their mask, we pull the camera back and away before sweeping it across the city of Fort Providence and onto the sleeping forms of the party. Mori, you find your dreams are restless, with a myriad of different visions flickering by, too fast for you to catch. Some good, some bad. A cacophony of visions that leave you sweating in your bed and waking up nice and early. Instead of rolling portents, you have a natural 1 and a natural 20 to play with until your next long rest.
Ooh.
She just kind of looks to the dream catcher is like, you do a crap job.
The Dreamcatcher rests there, seemingly unbothered by you. And with that, the rest of you guys wake up. So, how do you guys want to begin the day?
A shower. I'm sweaty, apparently.
Just Presty yourself clean, Fivehead.
Look, there is a certain catharsis one gets from cleaning themselves with hot water and not a conjured cantrip.
Honestly, speaking facts.
Very fair. Very fair.
Otherwise, my caravan would not have running hot water.
No, it wouldn't.
But it
So,
does.
So with that having been said and done, I will delete the script so you guys can't just look at it whenever you want.
Like I haven't already screenshotted it. I mean, what?
Ah! I am undone!
Send me the screenshot.
Oh man, if only there was a way to find out on the on Deathly Side Twitch that streams at 5:30 every Tuesday.
Anyway. Still, you guys all wake up, you prepare yourselves, you get showered, dressed, eat some breakfast, and, well, it's time to head out. It's time to go and seek out the forge.
I will say, with everybody like gathered and shit, it takes like 15, almost maybe 20 minutes for Agathar to show up, but he looks fucking pumped. Like, this is the best mood you've guys seen him in, like, weeks. As he just kind of strolls up, adjusting his
Speaking of
bag.
Speaking of very, very, very minor aside, Soren, as you wake up, you hear a familiar voice ping into your head. Skill attained, poison touched.
Isekai, what the fuck?
As your chest, as you kind of like look down at your body and you see a hole appear in your chest, a gaping, sucking maw with right there at the center of it that stinger that's been sticking you in the chest every day. And you get the sense that you can pull it out if you want.
It'd be so much better if that new sucking mouth was just like, just spit it out.
It just looks icky, and then just reforms.
It begins giving raspberries, but with the...
This is supposed to be a caramel macchiato.
My God!
What happened to my pumpkin spice? Oh,
They didn't pour my 1/4 milk.
oh.
It starts doing like raspberries.
Anyway,
They spelled my name wrong on the top.
anyway, so you gonna pull that out?
Would Soren know if there's any benefit to leaving it in?
Soy Fang did tell him that, you know, it depends on, like, both Soy Fang and Mel both said that he could leave it in for longer and gain more benefits from it.
But he would still be getting poisoned and losing max HP every day, wouldn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Yup.
He would.
So is resistance good, or you want immunity, buddy?
Well, would he be able to get it put back in? Because we're about to do something very important.
Can I just pocket it for later?
You would need to go to Mel for that specifically, and this is one of those things where you kind of have to keep it in sequentially. You can't just take it out, put it back in later, and just continue where you left off.
So first thing he's going to look down and see that hole in his chest. He's like, "Whoa, oh, okay,
It doesn't hurt."
new. Yeah, which is why he didn't notice it until he looked down.
Yeah.
You're like, "Oh, that's that ain't normal, nor that's a thing."
You can see your heart beating, and it is a very trippy experience. Your lungs filling with air, and then exhaling.
Soren passes out.
So he's leaving it in.
Yeah. Soren, you wake back up about, like, 5 minutes later. The hole is gone.
Fuck.
I mean, he was going to leave it in anyway.
Okay. It's just like, Agathar, I need you to cut me open. What?
Yeah, he's going to wake up and look back down and be like, oh, thank the gods, it was just a nightmare.
Whatever helps you sleep at night, buddy. And Agathar,
Yeah.
as you wake up in the embrace of your lover, a hand stroking along your cheek, your face, you hear in your head. What are you trying to say, Vox?
I was gonna say her ink splotched fur.
It's not ink splotched anymore. Anyway.
That shit was...
Boo. No
Anyway.
permanence.
Anyway, as you hear a voice in your head, new skill acquired, skill unlocked, ghost step.
He just, like, his eyes just kind of like wave open. He just kind of like, his eyes just move up to meet Soy Fang's and just like closes his eyes again. He just doesn't move, and he's just, make that 6 now. Right. Cool.
She just kind of like pulls you a bit closer in and just rolls on top of you.
It's just, yeah, he just, and maybe he's out again. He's just like, yeah.
20 minutes later, you guys are all eating breakfast and getting prepared for the day. And as you begin to wonder, where's Agathar? Just skipper.
Yeah,
skipper scamper.
Smile.
Yes, the pitter patter of little kobold feet just.
It's so funny. It's just like I like to imagine Belle was just sitting with you guys with an empty plate just so she could fit in.
Yes, she was.
She was just, yes, I'm here. But yeah,
Rencois, do you have Wendy out?
Yeah, Wendy is out. Rencois is like sitting there, kind of occasionally, like she'll like reach up to like rub at her ears where they're bandaged from getting tattooed. Because I mean, it's kind of the inside of the ears is really the only place she had to get tattooed.
Mm-hmm.
So they're just wrapped and very sensitive to the touch. And she's like, it's like the wrappings are itchy, and she'd like reach up. It's like, but just It's just she's torn between like sitting there trying to fiddle with her ears and the like dull throbbing pain from getting them tattooed.
Do you know the Xanthus crown from Dark Souls?
Yes.
I like to imagine that there's just one of those on each ear.
Oh,
Oh my god.
Well, Wendy kind of like puts a hand on your head, Rencois, and like your ears pass through her hand because it's fucking air, and then like the cool breeze just kind of like circulates and just kind of cools your ears down, just gives them a bit of a soothing caress, so to speak. While her and Belle are in the middle of a chess match.
Yeah.
If Wendy could eat the pieces, she would be.
Yeah, Agathar just rolls up with a big fucking smile on his face. He just like climbs up on the table, climbs up on his seat, just with a plop sits down. He just looks at everybody. Morning.
Insight.
How
Agathar,
aren't you
happy?
chipper this morning?
A 5 is probably more than enough for.
I mean, yeah, he wears his heart.
No,
something.
for Mori.
Oh yeah, I mean, something happened. He's happy about something.
All right.
He's always happy about something.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if he can just tell. I mean, me and Maury's probably been around the block, so I don't know if just like the afterglow of.
Oh,
activities.
I'm pretty sure that Mori can tell straight up.
Probably, yeah. Maury's
Looks them up and down, and then frowns deeply.
It's just, he's like, and we need to have a conversation a little bit later, Miss. I've lost my train of thought.
I got distracted again.
Yeah, sorry, thought about my girlfriend.
You're lucky. I'm likely the only one here is capable of catching that sort of thing.
Yeah, well,
So-
you're lucky that you and my sister had a moment last night.
Yeah, I did. I would say we did. Enjoyed each other's company under the moonlight.
Yeah, and you didn't get harassed by guards when you shouldn't have been outside in the first place because we're still being hunted.
She just kind of like narrows her eyes at you. She got what she said coming.
Oh, so she knocked out 11 or 12 guards, and her thanks is a banishment spell?
Her thanks would have been a gracious thanks if she didn't arrive and say, jump into this bag. I made an attempt to shoo her off, and she was insistent.
You know, you can just ask for other options, or, you know, it's Soy Fang.
I made an attempt and said I am not getting into this bag, and she was earnest about it. And I was not about to argue with someone who makes it their job to listen to every little thing I say.
To be fair, I make it a point to listen to everyone's conversations.
This is what I dislike you.
Francois' ear turn. Francois' ears like turn
That
at
is
the
not
sound
true.
of the voice, and she just hisses, just scowl.
That is not true. I like all of you, save a few.
Oh yeah, like 6 people.
Don't worry. Don't worry. I forgive you.
You don't have to, I could care less.
Be polite.
She kind of like immediately scrunches up her face. Thank you, I suppose.
You see a twitch of a smile appear across her face.
Though no, if you harass me, your only free entrance into our home is capable of doing that more than once a day. Among other things, I took special care with your key.
Oh, really now? Interesting.
Yeah. Well, your little ink trick didn't ruin our night.
No, it didn't. It was a
Was
very
chess
lovely
game that
night.
good?
We didn't play chess.
No, sorry.
So what did you do?
Yes, do tell.
Oh.
Share
As
details.
suddenly Agathar
Okay.
has Francois' full attention.
It just immediately goes red. Ah!
I don't know why you're so embarrassed. We just had sex. It was a good time.
Oh, that's why she was giving me a thumbs up. All right.
I didn't know how private you wanted it to be. This, it was my first time. He just gets all like curled up on himself. Definitely like nerdy kid vibes.
Looks to Francois, do I need to continue being polite to the woman who deflowered your brother?
Just narrowed eyes.
Well, that was that was after I gave her a ring, so that was kind of nice.
Yes. Oh, speaking of, she reaches into her pouch and pulls out a ring. Here, one for you as well.
Huh? He just takes it and looks at it, just like suddenly, just like immediately like happy, like, oh.
Well, when
What
is
does it
the
do?
wedding then?
His head
a ring.
shoots over to look at Percival. Right, did
It's
it
a ring
again.
that makes all of Agathar's stats 27.
Ooh,
It's not that. What the fuck?
Has 1 HP.
yeah, I need.
4 points of exhaustion.
Listen. The way I've been rolling for like all month, I need that boost.
So yeah, Percy's like, yeah, so when is the wedding?
His head just rockets over to look at Maury.
You've exchanged the rings. This is a declaration of one's betrothal. Is it not?
Possibly.
Oh.
I mean, that wasn't my intention. He just looks over at her.
What was your intention, Agathar?
Well, it was the Ring of Regeneration show. I thought, like, hey, she could just wear that and not have to hork down healing potions whenever I get beat up. But if you wanted,
worth several thousands of gold pieces is quite the statement piece to be giving away.
I don't know the intricacies. He just looks at Soy Fang. Do you want it to be?
If you like.
Ooh.
That sounds like a yes to me.
Agathar
passes out. Falls out of the chair.
Percival
on his back.
Percival gets up out of her chair and kind of like makes her way over to Agathar. Pulls out her bag of spices, pulls a hand in, pulls out a handful of rice and kind of tosses it, and is like, I now pronounce you engaged.
He's just twitching.
What a turn of events.
She goes back and sits in Rencois' lap. Is like, I'm quite proud on how that went.
Bella just like has like a napkin. He's just trying to blow air at her.
Soren just there like,
Sure,
man, if only they could all be that easy.
Does Rencois respond to my silliness?
She just kind of rolls her eyes and chuckles. I'm sure you're very proud of yourself.
It was a simple and easy to answer question. He was also giving me sass.
I suppose.
So, that ring that you're wearing, Agathar, or that has been given to you, Agathar.
Yep.
That ring right there is a sage's signet ring, Wolf. This gilded ring bears a beautiful engraving and is imbued with powers of keen wisdom and foresight. While wearing this ring, you can use an action to cast the augury spell from the ring. And once you use this ring to cast a spell, the ring doesn't cast a spell again until next dawn. While wearing the Sage's Signet, you can cast the Freedom of Movement and Pass Without Trace spells once per dawn, using Intelligence as your spellcasting ability.
Ooh. Okay. If you could send that to me, that'd be perfect. So I have to.
Sure
I've already lost track.
Sure thing, buddy. It also requires attunement.
Fuck! All right.
You didn't think I'd give you something that didn't require attunement, did you?
Ah, it's fine.
Don't ask where she got it. That's all I ask. That's all I ask.
I don't care. So, just mind the blood on it.
Don't worry about that. Anyway, so
just know that it's not mine.
Once she finishes, like she reaches over and just kind of like grabs Agathar before he falls over from where he passed out and just slowly straightens him back in his chair, takes the ring, slips it on his finger, and just pats him down a little bit.
Here, use this on him. And I poke my fingers back into that spice thing, and I give her a couple of grains of some kind of salt.
Oh, thank you. She'll take it and just wave it under his nose. Agathar, you're awake again.
God! He just looks at her, he just thinks that, so I just, hi!
Hey. So we've decided on your wedding night. Day, I suppose.
He just looks at Maury, just, I am going to be 1,000% honest with you. I didn't think I would get this far, let alone have sex at all.
Samara, congratulations.
Just looks over. I mean, we're kind of busy.
There's always time for love.
He just points at Mori. Just yes, that I agree with that.
So we won't be having any more conversations on me then, yes?
I mean, you guys settled the thing, so we're cool. Apparently.
Sure we did.
I mean, it sounded like it.
We had a lovely night. As Rencois just kind of pulls Mori close.
We did.
Now I'm gonna roll insight. Does that tell Agathar's like, wait, did they do it too?
I'll leave that up to Rencois.
Insight 11.
They have not yet.
Okay, they just had a lovely night. All right. It was like a date night. All right. So he just like looks over at them and just like with a smile.
Well, I think I'm going to leave now.
Okay,
Agathar.
wait. Yeah? No, you first.
Okay. Remember, I liked it, so I put a ring on it. She boops his nose.
I kiss her.
All right.
He gives her a kiss.
She allows this.
Percival is wheezing, laughing, and on Francois' lap.
It's not like a full like kiss, but it's like a little peck on the mouth. It's like, I like you.
Just like?
Love. Love, I love a lot.
Oh, it's love now, is it?
What a big word.
Oh, it's love now, is it? She smiles.
He's turning so red. I'm in crazy.
My gosh.
I gotta breathe.
And to think you put a ring on me and everything. I thought you did more than just like me. I thought you wanted to marry me. Oh,
No,
for shame.
I mean, technically he just shuts down. He's just like bright red.
Percy's like scribbling something on a piece of paper.
I think you broke him, Soy.
It's not that hard.
I'd like to say I had a hand in that as I slide a piece of paper over to Agathar.
His head, like the rock grinding noises, his head turns and looks at the paper.
It's a list of the rest of the people in your harem. It's like, you'll have to let these people down gently.
He just looks up at Percival, just looks back at Soy Fang, and just turns. He doesn't know what to do.
Oh. These? I don't care. You can have your side pieces. I already know.
No, that couldn't possibly fly. Not in this day and age.
But as I was saying, you can have your side pieces. I already know who the main course is. She gives him a wink and then disappears.
I think I'm gonna pass out again. He starts pinching himself. It's like, this is alive? I'm alive, right? This is happening. I'm not. You guys are. I'm not dreaming. You guys, right?
I'm fairly certain she smothered you in her sleep with her thighs.
He just like opens his mouth, closes it.
How could you know? How could you know? Anyway, with that having been said and done, unless you guys have anything else you'd like to add or say or do, you guys have a very pleasant and a very wonderful breakfast.
Soren is unusually quiet during this whole exchange, as he just lets what happens happen.
the noises I make when I remember something. Oh fuck!
Love it that it was like I have to tell you something more, give you a scolding. It's like, aren't you married? And it's like, what?
Remember, kids, intelligence doesn't mean he's smart. He's book smart, not person smart.
So, with that having been said, if there's nothing else you guys want to do or say,
at the end of like the breakfast, I think probably after a while I kind of notice how quiet Soren is. So I think when everybody's just kind of like gearing up, ready, he just kind of climbs up on the seat next to him, and just kind of like, is Soren like just zoned out right now, or does he notice Agathar's approach?
He notices.
He just climbs up on the seat with a plump and just, well, do you okay? Carry on characteristically quiet.
Oh, I'm doing all right. I'm happy for you.
Thanks. Here, I'm invited to the wedding, of course. That's a thing that's happening, I guess.
And if there is actually a wedding that's happening, then I'll be there.
To be honest, I think he'd be my best man.
Well, you certainly don't want Valen.
He's lucky to go there. He just leans.
And Soren he's kind of surprised by this. He goes, "You make me your best man?"
Yeah. We're close, and you've helped me out a lot with my own stuff, and I don't know, I just think that I think we're tight enough, so...
I feel bad because I don't even know what the best man does.
Neither do I have to read up on it. I didn't get that far in my book.
The best man makes a speech during the meal after the wedding. It also stands beside the groom.
Oh, that just a speech and standing next to the groom? That's it?
It's an honorary sort of thing. You are there for support.
And Soren's just gonna kind of look at Agathar and go, I think I'd be honored to have that position.
Awesome. He looks at him with a big smile. Awesome. Yeah, I'll figure that out. That's a problem for another day. We got our hands full already. I want to get out of Merzye, and then we can, I don't know, cross that bridge when we get there. God, it's happening so fast.
What's happened here?
Yeah, a lot of...
Young love.
He just blushes.
Have you seen her ears?
Yeah, they look good.
Well,
They're still bandaged up.
at the moment.
Bandaged. Well, I know they'll look good.
I was gonna ask about that. Why are they bandaged? Did you?
I may have. Well, I wanted to get a magical tattoo, and well, it seemed kind of silly to have a tattoo in one ear, not the other. So I may have gotten a bit overzealous with the artistry.
His eyes go wide and goes, "Oh, all right. I look forward to seeing them."
Yeah, it's gonna look cool.
There's well, I mean, not exactly much canvas space on a rabbit foot. So then she just kind of gestures up at her ears.
Yeah, if you wanted to get it on your body, I'm sure, I would have to get that area shaved, and that would be weird. That'd be kind of embarrassing.
Yeah, no,
At that point,
absolutely
you
not.
have to resort to body paints or dyes.
This is a very minor aside. Most magical tattoos, like for furred races, you can have magical tattoos that like they are put into the skin, but they hover. But their design appears above the fur or along it instead. If that makes sense.
I see.
You can still get the ear tattoos regardless, though. It's no big deal.
I think it's more grounded.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I got one too, and I just kind of put it on my chest. He just kind of like adjusts his armor. You could just kind of see like the very top of the life well tattoo.
She refused to tell me what kind of tattoo it is.
You'll find out when they don't sting quite so much.
You know you need to keep those clean often and replace the bandages.
I know. I replaced them this morning.
Well, Soren, was there anything you wanted to talk about? If there's anything on your mind?
He looks over to Agathar, like broken out of a silent reverie, and he just says, maybe later. Right now, I think I'm just thinking about the mission.
Yeah, sure. No problem. Just, whenever you want to talk, just hit me up.
You can roll an insight if you want.
Sure. If you're offering, I'm not gonna turn it down.
He looks like he's telling the truth.
Yeah, he's no reason to not believe that, so he just shrugs. Yeah, all right. If if it comes up again or whatever, just hit me up. But yeah, I'm pretty not looking forward to the mission, but I mean, now we just have to go back to work,
I guess my lack of usual boisterousness is kind of obvious. I guess I'm. He just scratches the back of his head, says, "I guess I'm kind of a bit jealous of the both of you. Well, all four of you, to be honest."
Jealous about what?
Well, you've got Soy, and Rennie and Mori have each other.
Oh. Well, I understand, Soren, but hey, you're a great enough guy. You'll find your person.
He shrugs.
Sorry. It's fine. It's like we're just in the thick of it, and it just kind of happened. So. But I'm sure you'll find your person.
Weren't you getting close to that rabbit girl we met back in Deepwood?
There were a couple. Be specific.
The one you bet.
I believe she's.
That's right, the Samba Queen.
No, not the dancer.
Was a dancer?
She was a gnoll.
Oh, that's right. Samba Queen was a gnoll. Who am I thinking of? Was it that punchy girl? The punchy kicky one? Wait, that doesn't help.
Oh, I was thinking that he was referring that we were talking about the flute instructor.
The monk was Tara. My flute instructor is Anwin.
That's right. Yeah, I remember. Oh, I remember. He just looks sort of like, oh yeah.
He kind of blushes and scratches the back of his head again, and he just goes, "Hey, she was fun, but I think this ain't anything against her. She was a little bit much for me, I think. Not there's nothing like against her in particular. It's just I don't think she's for me."
Well, we always have Vaylin.
Afraid of a stronger woman?
Are you
I'm
kidding?
not. He
Are
just
you-
kind of smiles.
Are you kidding? I respect strong women. I might even have a thing for him as well.
Hey, considering you're sometimes one, he just nudges Soren playfully.
He just kind of like chuckles a little bit and says, hopefully not for too long. Only when I need it.
Do describe the situations in which you will need it.
He raises a finger, opens his mouth, and then stops and goes, "That's a good question."
That's
I mean,
the
it's
sort of ability that's more for fun than anything else, unless you have the subterfuge abilities to pass yourself off as someone else.
Or you like a cold ball and you just do it survivability, but I just kind of do it sometimes just to do it. But mine takes way longer.
I mean, clearly the correct use of it is how you did it before. To fuck with people. Like you did Rainier.
That was
And
fun.
That was pretty
That-
funny.
That was fun.
Literally gave that man a oh my god, he's hot moment.
Yeah.
He ain't a bad kisser, that's for sure, though.
It's like Rencois just does the like the fucking meme of the blonde dude who just blink blink.
Oh, yeah.
It's literally just that face.
Oh boy.
And he looks over to Agathar and just goes, "Oh, don't worry, he's all yours."
Agathar opens his mouth, closes it again.
Assuming he won't have to fight Soy Fang for him.
let's be honest. I wrestling with that because it's kind of strange, right? Because they're no longer together, but you know they would me. But I don't know.
Good evening, muchachos.
Guy, just dude come out of nowhere. I guess it just buckles over.
So, speaking of romantic rendezvous and the like, I have a place that I need each of you to follow me through. We are going to get you outside the city.
That's the
You
thing we
found
need
a
to
way
do.
past
Alright.
the barrier.
Yes.
Lovely. Are we going alone? Has Eloise offered to lend a hand?
Well, you guys haven't asked them yet.
Yeah, I mean, probably should just let them stay or something.
I mean, we're doing this as a favor to get our home back, so if they're willing to lend a hand and, for a ride.
I mean, I'm also doing this to help the city, but yes. But-
There are two hands that get slammed onto the table. I'm coming with. As Vani announces herself. Yeah, as Vani announces herself.
Oh, sure.
I have
So
to
long as the blood you draw is none of ours.
Only if people want me to. I have to ask permission. I remember this. I remember. And with that, you guys can kind of see the rest of B team coming down the stairs, sleepily, stretching, preparing for the day ahead, eating a bit of breakfast. You guys may go over and you may surely recruit them for this if you want.
I do that. I waddle over. There is but for my wayward sibling.
Yeah, Percival.
Rencois
What do you-
waddles over to Neatar.
Ah, hey, Francois. The two of them look at the both of you awkwardly.
Yeah, you can do his conversation, or
Our conversation.
Maury's conversation
All right.
first.
Right. I was wondering what your plans were from this point on. We had an assignment that we were going on, and I had wondered if you would fancy accompanying us.
Well, I suppose that we could. You know, there's no reason for us not to, really. We're still in the middle of trying to get things set up over in Vori, but how long do you think this assignment will take?
Thinks for a moment. No longer than the week.
I could probably spare a week. Nothing longer, though.
If that becomes an issue, I can send you all back here.
Oh no, it's okay, Mori. I have,
At what point does she know that it's being called Mori?
Yeah, I was about to adjust. It's okay, Percival. I have a way to teleport me and my coterie back.
Alright, very well.
And if that's it, we'll move on to Neatal and Rencois. Is that?
Yep, go for it.
Right.
Yep.
So Neatal looks up at you, Rencois. Yeah, what's up?
So, and she'll kind of slide besides Neatal. Did you, well, anything happen with you and that guard that I did the legwork for you for?
Oh. Yeah, just a little bit, you know. It was a good night. It was a good night. I took her out on the town, showed her a couple sights, gave her and she like runs a hand across her face and or a hand in front of her face, and her face goes from like cheery to the smolder. And I gave her the smolder. Yeah. And it was a good time, you know? We hung out. It didn't do anything else, but, you know, we hung out. She's cute. Thank you for the thank you for the layup, though.
Hey?
Soren just kind of grumbles, man, everybody's getting romance but me.
Gotta help the bestie.
Yeah. If only I could do the same, right? She grins.
I mean, I suppose you technically did, since I was too clueless to, you know, notice until you told me.
Oh, yeah.
Technically, I owe you several hookups.
Yeah.
Probably a lifetime supply.
You know what? I can agree to this. That is it's a very reasonable thing. I thank you for the lifetime of hookups.
I'll see what I can do for you.
All right. So, how's it been with Percival over there?
It's been good.
All right. It's good
been
to
very
hear.
good. Last night was... We had a good time last night.
Oh, okay. Had a good time. I see how it is. Hey, remember, and she leans in and she whispers specific coordinates to you. That's where you go to find it. It'll make her blush. If not more.
I don't know why you're like, it's like, coordinates. I was like, on a map?
No. No. I'm being very
I've never heard it referred to as fucking coordinates, Shad.
Oh my Lanta. I'm trying to
I mean, you're not wrong, I don't think.
I'll just DM
No,
it to
I
you.
know what you're getting at.
You know what I'm getting at?
I know what you're getting at.
Okay. Yeah, she tells you roundabout where it should be, and that's about it. And she's just like, remember. And
I'll keep it in mind.
all right. And then her ears perk up, and they flick over towards where Eloise is, and she's like, "Oh, well, looks like we're going with you."
Huh?
She turns to look at Eloise. Fine, Mom, I'll get ready and stop talking to my friends.
Stuffable trollop.
She'll then stand up. She'll then stand up. Oh, I have to go get ready because we're going on an adventure today for the next week or so. Here I was thinking we would just go right back, but you know what? It's fine. I don't mind getting to spend. I don't mind getting to spend more time with you. Gives you a wink.
I'm sure you don't.
Never would. And then, both her, Riven, Cecil, and Lana all proceed to get up one after the other and disappear upstairs as Eloise flips open a book and starts to scribe a few things. So, what are we helping with exactly? More exactly, Percival?
Sorry, say again?
What are we helping with exactly, Percival?
It's a doozy. We are to secure the forge for the resistance. It is what is going to secure us their aid in reacquiring my home.
Ah, okay. And that's this magical forge that's been the talk of the town, right?
That would be correct.
Alright. Are you expecting a lot of resistance?
I would imagine a fair amount of it. Though our hope is that the lords are going to be scrambling to find decent people to pursue it for a bit longer.
Hopefully. Well, if we're heading out right now, I need to go get ready with everyone else. We'll be back down here in an hour or so.
Lovely. We do appreciate this.
Think nothing of it. What I wouldn't do for a sister.
I can promise your leaving this place will be in the lap of luxury.
If it's your if it's your carriage and designed the way you always talked about, I can imagine so.
She kind of flushes at that and rubs the back of her head. I mean, I had quite the amount of assets to work with, and it is very close.
Just missing the doll room, right?
I recall the doll room. I'm more referring to the wings.
Oh, okay. Well, whenever you find the ability to make it fly, I'll help you fund it. And she'll stand up and snap her book closed before making her way upstairs as well.
Miss Huffs.
And after an hour or so, B-Team comes down the stairs all kitted up and ready to go as your compatriot, Raphael, just gives a nod. Okay, so you're all ready with your compatriots, yes?
It seems like it. It's just Agathar just like opens the bag and then Belle just assembles and floats in it.
Yes.
Percival is polishing her orb and pondering it.
Wendy slips inside the bag as well.
Into his bag?
Yeah, into his bag with Belle. That's where her buddy is.
He was literally just about to close it and then the wind just whoosh, opens up. Okay, you should have just asked. Okay, wow, all right.
No, there's two of them, is what you hear from within.
Okay, apparently you got a new roommate, dog. You better get comfy.
Just waves.
Just from within.
I say they'll get along.
So he just closes the bag as she's like reaching out to pick him up. to hug him.
Stay away from me!
You windy bitch!
I know you cheated!
So yeah, then the five of you proceed to kind of like, you know, gather your things, and with Vani kind of like bouncing up and down behind Valen and Eloise and her crew with you guys. Let's see, 5, 10. The 6 of you, no, sorry, the 11 of you proceed to follow Raphael through a series of tunnels and down a couple hallways before he leads you down a rough-hewn rocky tunnel. Until eventually, you find yourselves at a set of stairs. Alright. Well, this is where I leave you. Simply bring the forge back to this location, and we will try and get you inside. Till then, good luck, amigos. And he waves a hand, and the stone passageway opens up, and you see sunlight filter in. Blue skies above, cloudless skies, and you feel the heat of Merzye settle into the tunnel. You guys may share a few final words with each other before you make your way out.
I think Percival takes her jacket off, folds it to her side, and just affixes her large, wide-brim hat. I hate the heat.
Valen will probably shift his entire clothing from the thick leathers and they normally wears for his rugged adventuring in Vitrium to his more combat religious war priest-esque clothing.
Rencois, meanwhile, is just like that kind of packs away the thick purple robe that she wears most of the time. Though she does keep fidgeting with her ears uncomfortably as they sweat underneath the bandages.
All right.
I wonder, Shad.
What's up?
How does Vani and Lana react to seeing his more war priestess attire being rags and bandages?
Oh no, he's hot.
Vani kind of looks at the bandages and then looks to hers, and she's just like, "Oh, he's just like me, for real, for real." And Lana doesn't seem to be paying you much mind.
Lana's like, God damn it, he's hot. Agathar was gonna use your sending spell.
Using a sending spell already?
Yep.
Tasty.
Don't worry, I have a pearl power. I'll just burn it and then get that third level back.
All right, then. What are you sending? Who are you sending it to?
I'm just gonna Rainier.
Ooh, okay.
We have a spy.
Go ahead and tell me your 25 words.
I think. Shit, I need to type it out. I thought maybe I had it, but I was like, what if I need those words for something else?
Oh my god!
Remember, kids, just have Google Docs prepared at all times for shit like this. We're not sponsored by Google Docs.
Imagine if we were, though.
That would be insane. I'm not gonna lie. Oh boy. Okay. Actually, here I think we'll just keep it simple. He's gonna say, "Off we go." Any major activity on your end? Any bad things we should expect, or are we ahead of them?
Alright, well. Your response from Ramier is... good to hear. They have all hired expensive mercenaries to hunt the forge as well. And worse than that, Calagrin was here, sponsoring a deal.
I like to think Agathar was like the first one like up on the ladder to climb up, and then he just stops.
What does Calagrin want?
Ah, well, that's a sending spell.
Yeah, I was a Yeah, Agathar's just he just starts to climb up, then he stops, and then you just hear a shit. He looks back at the group. Calagrin is in play.
This causes Soren to pause.
What does Calagrin want?
I don't know. I just made contact with Raymir. They want to sponsor a deal. He didn't say what, but mercenaries are out, and now Calagrin is in play.
Well, now we have even more reason to find it first.
Then we have no time to waste, and then he just rapidly just skitter-scutters up the ladder and just up onto the surface.
Alright. Agathar's up. Who's following behind?
Rencois pursues after him.
Alright, then Rencois. Who's next?
I'll go after Ren.
Next is Mori. Next person?
Soren will take up the rear, let Valen go first.
Alright. Valen, go up next, and then Soren, you go up last as the rest of your coterie files out between Soren and Valen. With Eloise first, then Lana, then Neatal, then Riven, and lastly is Cecil. Who is currently wearing pink scales today.
Very stealthy.
Yes, very stealthy. Very sneaky, sir.
I mean, in a desert, pink is actually...
That's honestly not a bad idea.
The British actually do use pink for desert camo.
Yeah, makes sense.
Anyway, and with that, I welcome you guys to the outskirts of Merzye.
And cue the goblin raids.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Breaking news, Fort Providence is under siege by goblins.
Yeah. It's just a single goblin with a rocket just...
The casualties so far are 300.
3 million. And with that, we're going to swap to travel music. All of you guys find yourselves underneath the hot desert sun. Your skin feels parched, your throat's dry, but you have water skins, you've been prepared for this. And all around you is a vast, empty expanse of just pure rock and desert. To your right is a large pit in the ground full of this white sand powder-like substance. And you guys find yourselves about, I want to say, 2 miles outside of Fort Providence. And you know, as you look at your map that was given to you, that you are to go over here to the Rain Dance Plateau to begin your search for the forge. So, with that having been said, how do you guys want to go about traveling?
What do you think we are, paladins?
Yes. I mean, no. No, there's 2 clerics. For a second there, I was like, Lana was a paladin. She's not. She's just a kick-ass cleric.
I will say, this isn't travel related, but Percy is using prestidigitation to cool her shirt and Rencois' shirt.
All right.
I only said paladins because they can summon horses.
Well,
I mean, technically, it could probably carry some of you, but that would leave the rest of you in the dust.
I actually picked up a spell just for this.
Did you know?
Yeah. Me and Neatal can help provide mounts for people.
This I need to see.
Neatal gives a yelp as she pulls out a book. Her and Eloise then begin to chant rhythmically with one another as they both ritual cast Phantom Steed.
Nice.
And then they ritual cast Phantom Steed again. And they ritual cast Phantom Steed a 3rd time. So
Agathar cast spell.
you can actually ride Belle if you want.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm a 2-foot tall kobold. She's just a big lady. I could just ride on her shoulder. It's fine.
If you would like, actually, Belle can probably hold one of your medium companions as well as you, because you're like not even 2 feet tall.
Yeah, she'll grab Soren if he allows it.
All right,
she just scoops him up like a baby.
So
At this point, Belle's just transformed between her animal form and her humanoid form.
yeah, she can do that.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Let's see. So Soren and Agathar are on top of Belle. There are 6 Phantom Steeds that will each last 30 minutes each before they have to be recast again. So Eloise and Lana will be on one. Yeah, let me. I have to map out fucking horses now. 1 horse,
Good.
2 horse, 3 horse, 4 horse, 5 horse, 6 horse. There should be enough for all of you.
So many
Let's
horse.
A lot of horse.
Eloise plus Lana. Next up is we'll say Riven and Cecil. Let's see. Belle is Soren plus Agathar. Let's see. Who wants to ride with Valen?
Fucking nobody.
Vani.
All of you to assume that Vani has not already.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Right? Even I knew that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely Vani.
It's like anyone else tries to ride with Valen, she's I will cut you.
She just picks him up by the scruff of the neck and pulls him off the horse so she can sit next to him.
It's just the fucking that scene from Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged when Mai tries flirting with Yugi and Tay is back off, bitch, he's mine.
Let's see. Percival is small, so yeah.
Then there's another obvious Percival and Rencois.
Here we go. So Eloise and Lana on one horse, Riven and Cecil on another, Valen and Vani on one, Neatal, Riven, and then Percival and Rencois on their own. Sound good?
think so.
Okay. So, with that in mind, you guys begin to zoom off into the desert. And I would like for each of you to begin telling me how exactly you guys want to go about this desert travel. Do you guys want to just race off as fast as you can for the Rain Dance Plateau? Do you want to go at a more normal pace? How do you want to do it?
Oh boy.
See, the smart thing would be to go at like a normal clip. However, Halagrin being involved.
Yeah.
So,
and to what extent we don't really know.
Very minor aside. While you guys discuss that, I'm gonna go grab some food for myself.
What?
And declare like a 10-minute break.
Bet. Yeah, like now we for sure cannot afford for these fucking bastards to grab the forage, so we might need a double.
Like it's one of those things where it's like, oh, if they hired mercenaries, whatever, the mercenaries get back first. It's like, all right, we've robbed them once, we can rob them again.
Yeah, if Halagrin gets their hands on the forge, however, it's game over. It's fucking Jover.
At this point, I don't.
It's all ogre.
It's all.
Here's
All right, I'll be right back. I also am going to make.
With Halagrin in play, I don't think we can afford to give the Debt Lords the forge and trade for the carriage.
What? No, that's not how this works.
I thought that was one of the plans.
No, the plan is do this for the resistance, and they offer their aid in getting it back.
Nah. There's like 4 different plans going around. Alright. I will be right back.
Yeah, it's a good. I think we just like full send it towards the plateau.
Yeah, getting there before everybody else seems to be the smart thing. But that might also incur exhaustion.
Probably. Well, we're on horse. Technically, it's the case of we're on horses.
And what are they going to do?
So they're not going to get exhausted.
Yeah, they won't. They don't need to eat or nothing.
It's more a case of the faster we go, probably the more encounters we will have.
So it wouldn't be just another Tuesday for Agathar. No exhaustion.
For you, it was the worst day of your life. For me, it was a Tuesday. I remember because it was Taco Tuesday.
Okay.
Congratulations, General. You must be very proud. On the contrary, I'm disappointed. Yeah, okay. Man, that movie did not deserve such a boss villain line.
It just fucking reminds me, the fucking Rattler just they go to the one place not corrupted by capitalism. Spies! Spies! Just the build up of just the heavy breathing, just them spies!
Like Tim Curry trying so hard not to laugh.
Love Tim Curry.
I'm back.
So good.
You are made
Alright, I'm back.
Stupid.
So,
Spy Kids also did not deserve the hardcore line that it got.
So, which Spy Kids line? They have so many.
Do you think God stays in heaven because he's afraid?
Because he too is afraid of what he's created.
What was like
that
the
line is?
That
line is way too fucking hardcore to exist in a Spy Kids movie. but it sure as shit does.
Yeah, there's also the one from Shark Boy and Lava Girl where it's like the electric guy. God, I forget what his line is.
Mr. Electric, or
Yeah,
like...
Mr. Electric, like as the villain.
Mm-hmm.
I know like what you're talking about. I'm trying to remember the line.
My favorite line is Mr. Electric, expel him. I just love saying like Mr. Electric, kill him.
Yeah, no, that kid acted his ass off for that role.
So good.
Oh, yeah, that's the one. For every person who dreams up the electric light bulb, there's the one who dreams up the atom bomb.
Yes, yes. The line, that line's too hard for the movie it's in.
I mean, it's the same kind of movie that's got like Sylvester Stallone as the big bad guy in a kids movie.
Yeah.
And Machete is the uncle.
So good.
Yeah, I don't know why it is that the Spy Kid movies had such a star-studded like roster.
But it was so good though.
It's about your connections, my man.
That's true.
The director must have been friends with all of them on a really deep level.
That or they just got bored.
No,
They needed
no one.
something to do.
It's like and Mr. Electric was George Lopez.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
They had some free time in their schedule.
Let me see. I wanted to. Who the fuck did direct them?
This guy who made it for his kids.
Robert Rodriguez.
So, Calgren, huh?
Yeah. That is not good.
So does this mean that Ramir's gonna be at war with Calgren right off the bat?
Probably.
Show.
Well, okay, here's the thing. Merzye can't afford to be in a war, but he's sure as shit not gonna take Calgren for...
Okay, that makes sense.
What?
Merzye is on Calgren.
That's how he had all those connections.
Oh.
He's best friend. He's like very close friends with Quentin Tarantino.
That'll do it.
That's exactly how the fuck. Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah.
So, with that having been said, what have you guys decided?
Decided? Oh, we were supposed to decide something.
Yeah, you're supposed to decide like how you wanted to travel, like fast, slow.
Yeah, but then everyone
normal.
Everyone took a break too.
Oh, fair enough.
No, we were saying probably just full send, because like if it was just like the fucking chuckle fucks that they were hiring, then it'd be like whatever. Because even if they got there first, it's like, well, we've robbed one debt lord, we can rob him again. Calgren is a much bigger problem.
Yeah. They get their hands on the forge, it's fucking Jover. Not only do they have their own advanced tech, then they'll get Zimlight on top of that. That's bad. That's bad news bears. That's not good.
Yeah.
Shad's gonna throw as much as he can to slow us down. Watch.
Oh, absolutely.
100%. That's why I'm going as fast as fuck.
I'm going through my spells.
All right.
Since it's been a long rest, and I haven't really messed with my spells at the moment.
Okay, because Shad's gonna roll 7 travel checks, and they're all gonna be non-con.
Somehow Garmonti is gonna make an appearance.
Speaking of
fights on.
Speaking of, are there any? Is there anything else that you guys would like to do to prepare for this trek, for this adventure?
Not really. I just kind of like,
late
well,
for that, ain't it?
it's like, well, if we ever get too hot, Soren, he just pulls
I'm
his
more-
glove off and just starts to pat him
I'm
with
more
his,
speaking. I'm more speaking about any spells you want to cast, anything you want to like, anything that any actions you want to be taking during your travel period, stuff like that.
Oh, definitely during my period, I'm gonna be like, okay, Veronica, I gotta catch you up. This is a long trip anyway. We got the time. But other than that,
Damn.
I got
Defense having his period? I didn't know that he swapped.
doesn't that take you weeks? Wait, did you just have?
All right then. Percival, anything?
I want to say I want to use my new crystal ball, but I don't have a target. I'm like, maybe I could just aim for like a really big source of Zimlight, and perhaps it'll like give me an idea where I'm going, but that seems super unreliable.
Well, that's also true. What we also know is that there's a kobold group out there that might know where something like the forge is. So if you're running into them, it's better than nothing. But I don't have anything to help with looking for the forge. I just have tiny hut for like the night. That's all I can offer right now.
I can punch things.
And you're so good at it.
All right. Soren?
There's not really much Soren can do aside from just travel along and.
I have a question for you guys. Is there really going to be no one on lookout while you're riding?
Well, Soren would, of course, be
I feel
looking
like
out.
a lot of people would be looking out.
I would assume everyone is looking out.
Okay.
Yeah, I kind of figured that went without saying.
All right, fair enough. I just wanted to know if you guys want to take any special actions to increase your chances of finding shit while you're looking out, and so on and so forth.
I could have Smudge flying high above us.
You certainly could.
Yeah, I'll do that. Smudge can be eyes in the sky. They're immune to heat.
All right. So yeah. Valen, anything? Any particular spells?
Yeah, just give me 1 second. I'm finishing up my spell list right quick.
Spirit guardians the entire time.
Nah, that only lasts what, 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
I know I am going to cast False Life on False Life or Death Ward.
False Life is an hour. You gotta grab and do Death Ward.
Yeah, Death. I every now and then I mix those two up.
That's alright. I had been so meaning to fucking inscribe False Life on a scroll and then give it to Soren and be like, hey, this will help you.
Hey, Shad. Speaking of life, speaking of life and HP, we should probably do that thing for the stinger.
Yeah, con save.
Does he have advantage with his skill?
No, it's a fail. That is 29 cut in half because of resistance to 14.
Okay, so his health is normally 65. So minus 14 is back to where it was before, 51.
And you have 7 hours of 2 levels of exhaustion. But we'll say that 3 of those hours have already been eaten up, so you only have 4 hours of actual travel time that you're exhausted for.
Yeah, Soren is in the heat is obviously looking like he's flagging.
Right.
He's not having a good time.
Agathar's just kind of gently like patting his hands on him, like his bare hands, just like, okay, this I know this isn't exactly cold, but
Meanwhile, Percy and Rencois look perfectly fine.
I'm going to throw. Let's see, we have. I'm not sure about B team, so I'll just leave them B
team.
I'm going to throw aid at 4th level. I am burning through all my 4th level spells.
How long does aid last?
8 hours.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Aggie, Soren, plus 15 health.
Oh,
So-
bet.
To your max HP.
Plus 15. Nice.
It would be 5th level, but I only have 1 slot. And,
No, that's fine. Save that for
I'll-
something else. That helps immensely.
Yeah, I'm saving that for next level.
Cecil is going to roll up on you guys after giving a bit of an inspiring speech to his comrades, and begin giving you an inspiring speech as well. You each gain 12 temporary hit points.
On top of the 15?
Oh, no,
The 15. That's
the 15 from aid is max HP.
yeah. That's HP. This is temp HP.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so...
And inspiring leader lets you hit multiple people every time. So also give Belle and Wendy temp HP as well.
How
Fuck yeah.
much was that 10th HP?
12.
At this point, Belle's sheet should just be a character sheet at this point with all the shit I have in her.
You have a character sheet for it.
I know, I have a creature sheet,
Oh, okay.
not like a player character sheet.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so that means Soren's max HP would be 80 minus the however much he lost.
78 total with the...
It's a lot easier to... Oh, wow.
So yeah, Guardian of Faith will be when we camp down. Because that lasts for 8 hours.
Agathar, check your friend zone, please.
I see.
Yes.
Oh my god.
I am a kind and benevolent GM. So,
Hooray! Oh, 20th level barbarian? Oh shit.
shut it. You're not supposed to know that.
Shit!
Anyway, so you guys begin to ride off. And with that being said and done, I'd like each of you guys to roll a perception check at disadvantage because of your fast pace.
Okay. Real quick, how much? It's 12 temp, right?
Yes, 12 temporary hit points.
Okay.
Because I have smudge going, could I just have a regular roll?
I will allow that.
Got so many tabs open now. Perception, disadvantage. Make one for Belle as well, or just...
Belle is currently being the mount, so no
Holy
check.
shit! 17 for Agathar. Goddamn.
All right. And lastly, if you would, Rencois, roll me a perception at disadvantage, please.
Ooh, God damn!
Damn!
Please refer to. God damn! Please refer to the picture of the big rabbit ears. Just so I heard.
So I heard.
So I heard.
All right then. So with a 13 and 9, the two of you don't see much. You're a bit too focused on what it is you're doing, trying to get there quickly. With a 17, Agathar, you would note a dust cloud to the far left in the distance. That seems to be going parallel to you.
Can I tell if that's a natural formation or from it being kicked up by creatures?
It's being kicked up by creatures.
Okay.
Next up, Morrigan, with your 21. You aren't able to really spot much from where you are seated on a horse, but flipping your senses between yourself and Smudge's every now and then, you are able to get kind of like a bird's eye view of the surrounding area, and you are able to see that to your far left is, like, over a couple dunes and hills, is a large group of people in robes riding horses, trying to kind of like riding perpendicular to you guys.
Does it look like they know where we are, or this is just like by chance?
By chance. And if you would like, you may roll me a history check.
28.
All right. You recognize the people riding parallel to you as the chessboard. Hmm. And Rencois, with your 27 perception, you just barely catch a glimpse of a figure flying high in the air. They're so small, they're almost imperceptible. At first you might mistake them for a bird, but no, that's a humanoid. And they appear to be flying above you. Not like in like an assault formation, but in just like the same general direction. They just happen to be above you. And if you would like, because you rolled so high on that perception, I will give you another perception at it. I'll give you another perception straight. See if you can catch any details.
Gonna be goose.
Find out.
Alright, with
21?
a 21. You catch a whip-like tail, possibly 2 large ears, and a lot of weaponry. I'll give you a history check at advantage.
God damn it.
Ooh. Advantage.
24. Yep, that's Gustav. It seems as if she is in play too.
Fuck! God damn it!
They hired Gustav.
Oh god damn it! Agathar's about to kill Gustav with his own gun.
Here's something I'd like to do if somebody tells me Gustav is there.
Oh no, yeah, no, Rencois will. It's like Rencois is just like squinting up at the sky, just what is, and just slowly her eyes will widen. Oh shit!
What?
And she'll just kind of like shout above the like. Actually, they're phantom steeds. Would there be a thumping of hooves?
No, there isn't.
Would they make noise?
No, they don't.
Okay, well,
they also don't kick up dirt either.
Shouting over. Fair.
Except Belle.
I mean,
Yeah, Belle's kicking up shit.
Yeah, yeah. She'll shout out over the sound of Belle stomping through. So, do we want the good news or the bad news?
Oh, there's plenty of bad news. So do tell me what you believe is good.
The good news is I know who that is flying overhead.
Oh,
There's
lovely.
a what?
Well,
Gustav.
blinks for a moment. Let me work in our favor.
How much coin do we have?
A considerable amount, but what if we were to...
Probably less than the debt lords.
Does Rencois point out Gustav? Can we see her?
If Rencois, I'd imagine, does point them out, yes?
I mean, she was like, I know who that is flying overhead.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah,
people would look.
So, yeah, she points up, everyone else kind of like looks up. It's like, oh, yeah, that's a Gustav.
It's like, that's not a bird?
How far above is she?
I would say she's about 250 feet in the air.
Okay, way farther than message.
Unless you're a sorcerer.
Shut up.
Or a wizard with a imp familiar.
Oh, true.
Fair enough.
Here, carry Doug with you.
I send old Smudge out to them.
All right. Smudge flies upwards. What is Smudge's flying speed?
They are a raven, so I believe it's 50.
Hmm. All right then.
Double that to 100.
All right, they can barely keep up.
Well, they only need if they can just barely keep up, then perhaps they can at least land on their thing.
I would say, with Percival as intelligent as she is, would probably recognize that Smudge landing on the hypermanic, happy-go-lucky gun nut is probably a bad idea. However, speaking to her could be a thing.
She just huffs and closes her eyes. My, fancy meeting you here, as I kind of have to shout a little bit over the wind going by.
You guys all watch as Gustav stops midair and just kind of looks around like, huh, what?
The ink black splotchy creature kind of like flaps its wings to hang there.
Oh! Wait a minute. I know that voice, I think. Hold on.
We met once before.
Oh, yeah! Wait, I don't remember meeting a talking bird. Well, I mean, there was an Aarakocra, though.
I am just the person speaking through them. Green, small halfling, black hair, large hats, group of people, mostly rabbits, one's kobold.
I'm gonna give her a history check.
Just tell her you know Agathar.
History check disadvantage for ADHD.
She got a 7.
Don't forget the thing.
She taps her chin and she's like, oh, I think I know a green person. I think. Are you like a frog person with like, you know, the big hat and stuff?
Do you live in a swamp? You have a donkey, right?
That aside, I thought I should alert you to the fact that you have company. There's a mercenary group after the same thing you are, just over the ridge.
What? There are?
I believe so.
Oh man, I should go tell them that they shouldn't do that.
I believe you should. They're what I just described the group. What the hell? The
chessboard.
I described the chessboard to them.
Okay, I'm gonna go dissuade them. Buy weird ink blot thingy.
Goodbye, my dear. Is they just kind of blap, just like burst into a splash of ink and then disappear.
Oh my God.
and then you guys watch as Gustav kind of like kicks at the air and just shoots off perpendicular towards where the chessboard is.
That'll likely buy us a lot of time.
You didn't just send her to die, did you?
That depends on the point. Who do you think is more dangerous? The woman carrying an arsenal of weapons from a country that doesn't exist anymore, or a bunch of yahoos that got paid a lot of money?
That is a fantastic point.
She'll be fine.
If anything, I'm more worried that they won't slow Gustav down enough.
Gustav can be dealt with.
You guys all feel a surge of electrical energy enter the air.
We just see a mushroom cloud on the horizon.
You see dark storm clouds begin to gather and form over that large dust cloud before 4 quick flashes of lightning erupt, followed swiftly behind by a thunderous boom.
Oh no, everyone. She used transmute spell Meteor Storm.
If you guys would like to...
Smudge kind of like kind of swing out that way to see what happened?
Sure. If you guys would like to, you may each roll an Arcana check on that spell.
Spell effect?
Yes, it is.
Literally just a spell effect.
Yay.
What did I get? 25.
25, 18, 21, 22. Soren, would you like to also roll?
Yeah.
Nah, that's fine.
right.
I'm good. No, I'm good.
So,
I'm not gonna roll. That didn't happen.
Valen, you're a bit
Soren just
too.
looks at it. Yes, this is magic.
You're a bit too distracted, but Rencois, Morgan, and Agathar, all three of you feel a chill run up along your spine as you recognize Meteor Swarm.
Oh god, I was right.
Yes.
Okay, now I just feel bad about the other guys.
No, don't feel bad. They would have easily gone after you and attempted to take your life with that stupid no offense attached to it, like it means something.
I look at Percival, it's just like, yeah, well, they didn't have a chance against her.
No, which is fantastic, and perhaps we can lead her around and drag her in the direction of others that might get on our way.
Also true, but, you know, how long until she confuses that with us?
You think we could point her at Caligan?
I would love that.
Think of it like this. She's a mercenary, but she's not without morals.
That's true. Gustav isn't a bad person.
Someone in need of money.
In brain cells.
You hear more explosions in the distance. You hear more explosions in the distance.
Right?
She's a good person.
She's a good person. Explosion. Right?
Just boom, 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 boom.
Like, don't worry, they're bad people.
She is someone we can reason with. That is what I mean. More applicable to listening to speech and perhaps being tricked into believing one thing over the other.
And with that having been said and done, you guys continue forwards as the chessboard has been taken out of the equation.
Permanently.
I've never been so happy. They were all like, we will be the ones to collect, and then I sent a rat in their direction and he was never seen from again.
The chessboard is currently looking for new members now.
It's fine. It's the chessboard. We know that it's the chessboard. They only set pawns.
That's true. Maybe a knight.
For something as important as the forge.
Well, it depends on how well they were paid.
Maybe some knights and bishops.
Yeah.
You can be damn sure the king and queen aren't there.
100%.
So, with that, you guys continue on forwards, and I will move you a bit further forward.
The king and queen just approach us. They're at the forge, all ragged and scorched. Stuff. You bitch.
Rats, am I right?
After about another, I want to say, couple hours or so. Alright. I'm gonna roll a couple more D100s.
And here comes the ambush.
Putting Belle's sheet into an actual player character's, the fact that she should have been using Agathar's proficiency bonus, she's been underswinging this entire time. Holy shit.
Now she's actually gonna be doing something?
Oh, she's gonna fucking rat face.
Alright then, so, that's a lovely encounter I just rolled for you guys.
God damn it.
So, as you guys are
It's a
galloping
peaceful one where nothing bad happens, right?
You're cute. So,
Oh my God.
I try.
So the next encounter you guys come across is, as you are riding along, you see a figure standing in the middle of your pathway.
Ah, fuck.
A large, this lanky, scrawny-looking thing with a porcelain mask along its face, and its arms splayed outwards like a bad scarecrow. And it seems to be just kind of standing there in front of all of you guys. What do you do?
Right past it.
Ride past it?
Can I look for anything, like, is the arm splaying, like, holding out, like, invisible wires or something, or can I see what the hell is going on with this dude? Like, I just want to look for, like, traps or anything, if that makes sense. See if he's, like full-on Joker, like, come on, I want you to hit me.
Go ahead and roll insight.
Alright, I only promise to try. I tried.
You don't notice shit.
Swall will try to figure out what the fuck.
Go ahead.
Thank God.
A 26.
Damn, Ranswa.
With a 26, you see its head that was staring up at the sky twitch to look down at each of you. And its face seems to be unmoving. But
Can I discern its lineage? What kind of creature it is?
you may certainly attempt to do so.
What kind of roll would that be?
That would be Arcana, I believe.
25.
25. This thing, it looks to be like a construct in nature. But unlike any construct you've ever seen, like, the degradation on this thing's body is very obvious. And you can tell that whatever it was back in its heyday was a thing of beauty. It was a perfection. It's like perfection incarnate. And now here it is in the middle of the desert with this cracked mask, these rusted joints, looking nothing like it did in its prime.
That isn't something after the forge, it's just a monster of the valley. Can we? Does it look like it's coming at us or just standing still?
It is standing still for the moment.
Can we give it a large berth and just go around?
You may certainly do so.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just give it a wide berth.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
All right. You guys ride around it. And as you guys give it a wide berth, I want to say, like, what, 150, 200 feet, something like that?
200 feet? No, I don't want this thing almost out of my vision if possible.
Ah, okay. Then I would say, what, 400 feet then?
Yeah.
If you have to put it into quantify it like that, yeah.
All right. So roughly 400-ish some odd feet, just like an absurd distance away.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's not out for the factory thing, it's just a obstacle we can avoid if possible, because it isn't here to take us out. Besides just existing.
Yeah, which is fine. You guys ride around it, and you Renswall, can watch as its head turns and watches you, just slowly twisting until it's a full 180 degrees staring at you as you ride away from behind it, and it disappears from sight.
Well, that thing was scary.
Agreed.
That certainly isn't anything that's going to come and bite us in the ass later.
And now...
He's just like, you think it had any blood?
And then another thing, or something else. Oh my!
It just shows back up Garmonthi style. Hey, I thought you guys could deal with another one of me.
Back at it again at Krispy Kreme.
No.
So it's something far worse.
You guys continue to make your way forward. Nothing else happens. And after a roundabout, a couple more mounts, and a little ways further in, night is starting to fall. And around this point in time, yes. Perception checks, everyone.
At disadvantage or normal?
Normal, because you're trying to you're kind of like slowing down, getting ready to stop for the day, if that makes sense.
Man.
17.
All right then. So 17. And Soren, you no longer have exhaustion.
Okay, so 10.
10. All right. With a 10, with a 17, with two 17s.
I'm like awful on rhythm today.
It's all good, man.
Same. Welcome to the club.
So,
Yeah.
with two 17s...
First time?
First time. With two 17s, Rencois, you're probably a bit more looking up in the skies at this point in time. But you and Valen would probably note the presence of that same little flying mouse from earlier. This time, she seems to be looking in your direction.
Oh boy.
Let me try something. As I whip Smudge, as they see the same thing that spoke to them and warned them in the past, kind of flutter up to them.
The ghost of Christmas past.
Oh, hey,
Well,
it's the little black inky blurred thing.
Hello again, friend.
Oh, hi. I was looking over there, and I was spying with my little binoculars. She waves a pair of binoculars around, and I thought I saw my little buddy Agathar.
Oh, that you did. He's with us. How are you, dear?
Oh,
Did
I'm
you want
doing
to,
okay.
Did you want to camp down with us for the night?
Oh yeah, that'd be great.
Then be my guest. Come, sit with us.
Flying around gets tiring all the time.
Oh, I bet.
And with that, she kind of scampers at the air before zipping down to where you guys are, landing with a superhero pose, but not quite touching the ground.
It's really hard on the knees, Gustav. You probably shouldn't do that.
Oh, it's okay. I hovered half an inch above the ground when I did that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll do it.
Can you teach me how to do that?
Oh yeah, sure. You just gotta jump from a really high height, and then you land, and you do this.
Well, I was talking about that and the flying, but it was a joke.
Agathar thinks to himself, "Oh, I need to start doing that."
Well, before you stands Gustav, currently with all of her equipment and her weaponry strapped to her. She has an assault rifle across her chest, a shotgun in a holster along her back, a couple handguns on her hips, and what appears to be a flak vest and some digital American style desert garb beneath it, with a breastplate placed over the flak vest.
Ew, digicam. Blech.
Hey, Gustav, you're armed to the teeth today.
Yeah, I got a contract. I have to go find this forge thingy.
Oh, so are we. Perhaps we are contracted by the same individual.
What? Aw, but I was told I was the only one.
They just do that to make you work harder, so you assume that you're the only one being paid.
They said that to us too.
Oh, that's lame.
Oh, pay it no mind. Perhaps we can help each other find it and get this job done faster.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Were you told anything? We had a couple bits and pieces told to us. I wonder if we can fill in some gaps for one another.
I mean, I can tell you about where we're supposed to be. You were given the same map, weren't you?
I do believe so. Do you mind?
Oh, yeah, sure. She pulls out a map from one of her pouches and shows it to you. It shows the same general location, the Rain Dance Plateau, that has been circled, with no more specific directions inside of it.
Ah, yes, I see. No, it is pretty much the same map we got.
Yeah. I was told that I could visit my little kobold buddies over there too, and that's pretty fun.
Your kobold buddies?
Yeah, they like it when I do this, and she points to the far left, and a lightning bolt shoots outwards.
I mean, who wouldn't like that?
I can do that.
I love it.
I am sure.
Well, then it is settled. Please sit, eat with us, and come morning we can head back out onto the trail.
Oh yeah, sure, I could do that. And she'll take a seat, and she'll just kind of like be in the camp with everyone else. Let's see. Vani goes up to her and starts whispering into her ear and asking questions. Let's see.
Suck your blood.
You know her too well.
Can I get some sip?
Can I get some sip? You smell like ozone, and that in taste, and I think you would taste very, very sparkly. And let's see, Lana, Eloise sets up a tiny hut for her group. Agathar sets up a tiny hut for your group.
Yeah.
Gustav just kind of like sleeps outside under the stars.
No, we make sure they are safe. We want to make sure they are perfectly pleased with us.
Yeah, they're casting meteor swarm. They're around level 20. They'll be fine.
I'm aware of this.
That's
We want to ingratiate ourselves to them so they feel like we've done them a favor.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So she tents up with you guys. And if are there any conversations that you guys would like to have among your coterie? Or your compatriots of Gustav and Vani, as Vani does get some sip from Gustav. But she has to pay Gustav money first. She's like, yeah, sure, I'll let you have some blood for some money. My husband always told me never do anything for free. And
Unfortunately, he doesn't know how to count.
You're fucking
Good
married.
at something. If you're good at something, never do it for free.
exactly right. And yeah, I'm married. He's just the sweetest guy there ever was. He
Just
treats me
immediately
right.
has the hunt the 1,000-mile stare you keep seeing in memes for like Lethal Company.
Soren's just like, no, for real, what am I doing wrong?
Wow.
Yeah, I even have a couple little babus over in Vitrium.
Really?
No, you fucking don't.
Yeah, I do. And she pulls out of her wallet like a picture, and you see little mouse kids that, like, some of them are humans with mouse ears. Others are like her with, blonde fur, like kind of like, looking very happy. There's at least 6 of them.
Oh my God, Gustav, they're so cute.
I know, right?
I've never questioned things more than I have right now.
Agathar stares at the kids a little too long before he's just,
Yeah.
She just yanks the pictures away.
I mean, she doesn't care. Like what she does. God, what's the guy's name from Full Metal Alchemist? Maze Hughes. She pulls a Hughes with you, and she just kind of like she notices you're staring for a bit till she wraps an arm around you. She says, "All right. Yeah. So this one's Shocker. This one is this one's Riker Jr. and this one's Gustav Jr. Yeah, because just like her mom, right? and this one's Roger, because I was told that was a good name, a good strong name by my buddy Regina. And then this one, this one is she spaces.
Furious note flipping.
Yeah, she pulls out a notebook and flip. Oh yeah. This one, their name is Striker.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, they take after your mom, don't you? You see their blue eyes and their little. Striker actually has electrical powers like me. Big
Really?
grin. Yeah.
Does they have red
awesome.
cheeks and really only say their name?
No? Oh, no. I don't think they do.
I was just wondering. They sounded like someone I had heard of before. Never mind.
Oh, okay.
Miscommunication.
But no, she will rattle your ear off about her kids. She will tell you every little detail about them, about how they go to daycare, how they've been to 3 daycares because of how rambunctious they are.
Mhm.
I'm gonna do something here. I would be like, you may have missed this. It's rather recent, but Agathar is engaged.
You're engaged.
Yeah.
Tell me everything and to who.
Well, if she so chooses to appear, but yeah, he just kind of starts talking about. He doesn't go in like in the detail of like how they met, but it's like they met this squirrel woman, and then like there was just this relationship that was formed from adversity and dealing with an abusive ex, and then turns out shit was backwards and all that. So
Yeah,
he doesn't go into details of like I resurrected her and blah 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 blah.
Yeah,
It's kind of weird.
She does not hold any judgment towards you. She just kind of like listens to your story very, very closely, just staring at you.
Yeah, it's just like, and the engagement thing was honestly not planned. It just kind of happened, but I guess that's with everything good in my life, it just kind of happened. So.
Oh yeah, that's how it happened for me too.
Really?
Yeah, I was kind of like out walking with my buddy. Like one day we went to the woods, we went to his home, and then he got real sad. And then I'm like, hey, I'll date you. And he's like, oh my gosh, you're super cute. I'll date you too. And we started dating. And she starts kind of like muttering to herself as she like starts blushing heavily, just kind of like wiggling in place. She's like, oh, he's just so sweet. He's just like the greatest of all time.
Agathar just smiling and watching, and just in his head, it's like, am I like this?
Yes. Actually, you can hear Doug, you're worse, Agathar.
I love you too, buddy.
Doug
in his head just like, you go to 11, Agathar.
I think I try to whisper to Agathar as they're having this conversation. Play it up. The more she feels connected to us, the more likely she is to listen later down the road.
Good point.
Nudges him harder. Mention how you may want kids too.
He turns immensely red.
Has an evil grin on her face.
They're good at teachers. I'll get you for this.
Oh, you may get me for this, but not today.
I mean, it's we're busy right now, but if things, settle down, and I would love to settle down with her and maybe have a kid or 2 or 3. I don't know.
Dozen.
That's so cute! Are you gonna be the mommy, or are they gonna be?
She'll probably be the mom.
Oh, okay.
I certainly hope it's the other way.
Well, if you have to be the mom, just know that childbirth really hurts. Like, a lot.
Agathar starts sweating. Oh, that's right. I remember reading about that. Oh, that's gonna suck. He just looks off in the distance, thinking about his connection.
Like, imagine if you would, being split open, just like right in half.
Oh,
you
God.
go too hard, you might tear. Agathar, passes out again.
Yeah.
I've been shot. I've had my fur lit on fire. I've been hit with a grenade. I've been stabbed. I've been cut. I had to reshoot my ear, so I have my bullet hole again in my ear, and she wiggles her ear. Because the regeneration spell made it go away, and I really like it.
You shot your own ear for a hole.
Yeah, it's my signature ear hole.
Why wouldn't you just get the gauge?
She pauses. And she holds up a finger like, what's a gauge?
It's a piercing accessory. It keeps a hole open in your ear. without it being, you know, just opened by flesh and like a scar.
Oh!
I mean, I know what it's like to. I mean, I remember one time I had to go undercover, so I had to.
It was cheaper.
Man, I'll have to look into that.
Yeah, I had to, because he with his ride horn, he just kind of like tilts it and it just like click and then unhooks from like where his because that horn was broken for the longest time, but like he made it now like he can take it off and shit.
It's hollow and it has like mints in it.
Yeah, this is where I keep my secret stash. He's like, I had to, you know, repair this horn to go undercover.
Oh.
Yeah, and when I didn't need to do that anymore, I just broke it off, and that hurt a lot.
Oh, okay.
So
You have my sympathies there, buddy. But as I was saying, like, nothing I've ever been hurt by or been through has ever, like, compared to the sheer pain of birthing a child.
Oh! He just looks so scared.
I just lean in to whisper to Agathar, it's like, you would lay an egg. It would be a fraction of the pain.
He leans over to I was about to say it, to Morgan. It's just like, guess who shares pain with somebody?
Oh! Percy just starts to wheezingly laugh and slap her in the... Oh! This is going to be priceless.
I'm glad you're having fun.
All the fun. Sometimes it pays to be in a same-sex couple.
Oh, I'm sure you'll be fine, buddy. She just gives you a very hearty slap on the back. She's stronger than she looks.
Yes. He just rubs the spot, kind of looks up at her. Were you scared? Like about you know, parenting?
Huh? No, I wasn't. I think my husband said I didn't even think about it.
Cool.
And then I had all my kids, and I'm like, oh, I have all these little lives I need to take care of. And that's why I work so hard and make so much money, so I can take care of them.
Are you guys in a tough spot currently, or you just like to stay on top of your finances?
No, we aren't. We have like... She pauses, pulls out a notebook, and just starts flipping through it. We have, like, and she reads, thousands of gold pieces. Yes.
Well, I'm glad to hear that, Gustav. If maybe down the road, if I need some advice, I'll hit you up, right?
Oh yeah. Speaking of, like, do you guys how much are you guys getting paid?
A couple thousand.
You guys got shortchanged.
Really? How much did you get paid?
They're offering me. She flips up on her notebook again. 25000. Yeah, that's how much.
2.5 mil.
He just coughs 2.5 million gold.
Yeah.
Agathar's had slow turns too.
Wait, hold on. Is that? No, I don't know.
Can I see the note?
Oh yeah, sure. She holds it out to you.
He takes it and looks at it.
You see a note, and like the page has just like little doodles of Gustav blowing stuff up, just like throwing grenades and just like blowing stuff up, little explosions and stuff. And beneath it, you see 250 20 black quarter of a million gold.
Yeah, quarter of a million. Yeah, that sounds about right. He just slowly hands. You know, he does a little doodle in the notebook too, where it's just like him on top of Gustav's shoulders with his pistol, and they're like both shooting shit. or something that just look like they're having fun.
Oh, I like that. That's a cute addition. I like that. I'm gonna put this on my refrigerator.
Cool. He gets a little too excited.
Closes it back up, pockets it, leans back. So, Valen, Soren, did the two of you have anything you wanted to say or do? Trying to get the two of you involved in this little downtime activity bit.
Well, Soren's kind of off on his own, just kind of stargazing.
All right. And you, Valen?
Valen's probably just sitting with the group, but his mind is wandering elsewhere.
All right. And how about you, Rencois?
She's probably just chilling with Percival or Morgan.
All right then.
It's going to take a few months before that gets fixed. All right.
Yeah, for real. We're
So
going
hard.
to fucking. It's really hard. Even in my mind, it's just like, all right, it's Morgan, and then it comes out of my mouth. It's just no. Just like the give is just like, no, get out of my skin.
Persigan, dang it!
No, Percival, no.
Who knows? I don't.
Shoot the trapper.
So, as you guys kind of like rest around and share a few more stories, Gustav revealing that she's been paid 250,000 gold to find this forge. So you guys can probably surmise that everyone else has been paid an equal amount.
Well,
Fuck.
chessboard ain't getting paid anymore.
No. that money's gonna use for funerals.
Funerals in Merzye are probably really expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah. And with that, also Vani takes her little vial of Gustav blood and slowly sips on it, seeming to twitch and tweak out as she does so.
Can I go over to them?
Sure.
The modern equivalent of an energy drink.
Good day, ma'am. How are you? Faring well this night?
I'm doing pretty good.
Good, good. I hope you don't mind if I just... And she reaches a hand out. Have a smear of that.
She clutches it possessively. No, it's mine. I paid for it.
Less than a taste. I only need a little. It would make good on you to endear yourself to the rest of us.
She pauses. You see her look up and to the left, then up and to the right, then back to you. I really don't wanna. It was expensive. It was like 250 gold pieces.
I am sure. But what is worth more to you?
Fine. Only a drop, nothing
Good
more.
girl. I take out a bit of fabric. I take the drop and then pocket it.
All right.
I now have the means to scry on Gustav whenever I feel like it.
Sure.
I mean, I'm not gonna like what I see, but I at least know where they are.
And with that, Soren, Bobby,
Yes.
Neotal's gonna take a seat beside you.
Okay.
Hey, Mr. Doom and Gloom.
Hmm? Oh, hi. What's going on?
Nothing. I just know that look is all.
And what look would you be talking about? He says, he cracks a smile.
Oh, you know, that 1,000-yard stare, that look of longing. The look of a man that has had his heart broken.
He looks down a little bit at this and then continues to just look off into the distance. He goes, well, it's a little of that and something else.
Well, want to talk about it? Bro?
He thinks about it a little bit and he says, it's between me and somebody else, the second part anyway.
Well, you can always practice it on me.
He shakes his head, goes, no, I need to keep it. I need to keep it between us.
Alright, fair enough.
But there is the other part where I am seemingly alone romantically, and it's a lot of things have happened here, and I think I could have used that kind of companionship, if you know what I mean.
I suppose. I get it. I thought you already had someone, though. I thought you had, like, that kobold dude.
He stops a little bit and he looks over at her and he says, how did you know about that?
Ah, big ears. Schminks.
He puts his head in his hands and he goes, ah, gods. And he just kind of shakes his head.
Is that the person you want to talk with, separately?
He heaves a deep sigh and he says, aye, it is.
Well, you want me to go, distract the mouseketeer over there?
I don't know if I want to interrupt him from that. He's having a good time.
Yeah, but this is important.
Aye, but this can wait. We
Can
have
it?
an important job to be thinking of.
Yeah, sure, important job, but your head's not in it. Your heart's not in it. That can be dangerous.
You're not wrong, I suppose.
Don't worry. I think I know how to distract her.
Yeah, I really should talk to him.
Alright, then go ahead. She then gets up and says, Hey, Gustav! Huh, what? Wanna show me your biggest explosion? Oh, I would love to, although I've already used it for today. Darn it! I can show you my second biggest, though. And she gets up and scampers off.
So yeah, Soren's just kind of still sitting there by himself away from the party. He seems to be like deciding with himself how to do what he wants to do.
Whoa. How long do you take?
He's gonna take a few minutes. Part of it's just hoping Agathar comes over on his own.
I mean, he just like sees Gustav run off. He's just, well, that was weird. He doesn't really, he doesn't really come over.
Yeah, so after a minute, Soren stands up and takes a deep breath and approaches Agathar. He goes, "Hey, do you have a minute?"
Yeah. Is this one-on-one?
I would prefer that.
Oh, sure. And he just sits up and he just follows Soren. How far do we go? Because I think we're in the tiny hut, and if he leaves it, it drops.
Oh.
Oh.
You haven't set up the tiny hut yet.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, so he's going to go away so everyone's out of earshot, and he's going to sit down and just make a deep sigh and go, it's been a crazy couple weeks, hasn't it?
Yeah, this couple of weeks, I mean, oh my god, the minute that we went into Merzye, it was like the worst week of my life, and then now it's been like the best day of my life for a couple of days, so it's been a roller coaster to say the least.
I can't wait to get out of here. As eye-opening and as strengthening as an experience as this was.
Yeah.
I did want to talk to you about something. I was hoping to wait till we were on our way out, but it's bothering me now. And
yeah.
I feel like I need to address it.
Oh, well, yeah, of course. If it's bothering you, what's up?
So, you remember when we were on our way here, you and I had a talk, right? You, told me that you love me.
Agathar starts blushing. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember that conversation.
He nods slowly and continues and says, I told you then that I didn't really know where I stood in that. And I have been thinking about it, but when we got here, I didn't really have much time to do that, but now that things have quieted down a little bit, I think I've reached a conclusion based on that.
Yeah?
And I consider myself an exclusive guy. It's something that I was thinking about, and you have Soy Fang, and I can't really take you away from her. So I don't know if I can do a multiple relationship like you can. Not that I'm faulting you for it. If that's what you want to do, then I fully support you in that. It's just not something I can do, I don't think.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't really be taking me away from her, but no, I get it. I'm really glad that you're addressing this now, before, I never want to put you in a position where you don't want to be in, and if my relationship with Soy is, you just can't be involved in that, and that's totally fine, Soren. Honestly, I just want you in my life, and if it's as your best friend in the world, then I am so okay with this.
I'm sorry, but there's a little bit more to it. When we came here, I didn't have much of a choice or much of a chance to think about it. And things just happened so much, so fast. And I think in these last 2 weeks, more has happened in my life than has happened in the remainder of it. This last month alone, we conquered a puzzle tower. I developed a new phobia. I had a black poison stinger shoved into my chest. I figured out I had a sister. My master betrays me and joins Caligreen. My gender gets bent. My possessions get stolen. 2 of my best friends are torn from me. I'm introduced to the absolute state that everybody here in Merzye is in. And it was a lot. And I just really, really wanted some comfort in all that, and there was this voice in the back of my head saying, well, there's this little kobold here who loves you, and you could probably find it from him, and I led you on, Aggie. I led you on, and you don't deserve that. You least of all deserve that. I'm sorry, Aggie.
Soren, you couldn't hurt me, and I'm sorry too. I was so worried about Valen, and Raymir was in my head this whole time, and I was so angry, and I haven't really. I didn't even notice that you needed me. And even if it wasn't, it didn't have to be a love thing. It didn't have to be a couple, we didn't have to start dating. It's, obviously you can come to me at any time. If you just need a hug or something, I will be there for you. But to be honest, I didn't even, not that it's anything against you, I didn't even notice. I didn't even realize that you led me on, and even then, it's fine. All of this is fine, and I'm sorry that I didn't notice that you needed me. But Soren, it's okay. I'm not upset. I want you to be happy. And everybody has an angel, right? I have Soy, Rencois, well, I should say Mori has Rencois. You're someone's angel. Okay? You are an amazing person. You are so gentle and so kind, and you're so aloof and goofy sometimes too, and you deserve to be with somebody. And if that person isn't me, then so be it. And that's fine. I can live with that. But that doesn't change the fact that I will tarot through hell for you. And I'm all in. Your problems are mine. Your pain is mine. I'm with you to the end. And if it can't be like, if we can't be a thing, then I can live with that. That's fine. I just want you to be happy.
So Soren is now smiling warmly, and he just says, "So you still want to be friends then, at least?"
He's kind of like gives a little laugh, and he's standing so he could kind of be at head level with Soren, and he just walks up and just gives him a hug. Like, he just kind of wraps his arms around his neck and just gives him this just tight hug, and he just says kind of gently, "Well, would I have made you my best man if I didn't?"
And Soren just wraps his arms around Agathar and just holds him close to him, and he's like actually started crying now, and he goes, "Thank you, Aggie."
He just softly just holds him, his hand just kind of gently like rubbing his back a little bit as just Soren just lets out that weight, and he won't let go until Soren does. And just kind of in his head, just really to himself, he just kind of looks like behind him, and just in his own head, he's just kind of like, "I really wanted you to be my angel, though." And he just holds Soren just real close.
Oh. And oh, sorry. Go ahead.
He was just gonna let go after like a minute of just kind of sobbing into Agathar's shoulder, and he's gonna pull away and go, "I've got your back too, little man."
No. He just kind of like gently brushes his face and uses prestidigitation to clean up, the tears, and he just, well, now the next hard thing is you're gonna have to break it to the girls.
Oh, they're with me, so I think they already heard it.
You can hear now that you focus on it, you hear gentle crying. It was such a sweet breakup, but my novellas!
Tell Migida and Dare, sorry I ruined their fanfics.
No. You didn't ruin our fanfics. No, you did, Soren. How dare you break up with the little man? Look, Soren.
The door starts being...
Look.
They deattune from Soren.
Look, Soren. Respect your decision, man. It's all good. Give her time to adjust storylines, and she'll be right back with it. It's no big deal.
Migida's like, fine, I'll date him myself. He just starts scratching at the door. It's fine, I'll do it myself. Give me the Soren wig.
and you hear Hidari saying, "Look, like, isn't this like a better storyline? Like, what if this causes like a new revelation, man? Like." And Migi's like, keep talking. You hear scribbling.
It's like, and then Soy Fang dies, and then Soren swoops in.
But wait, if Soy Fang dies, so does Agathar. Correct.
No. As the two of them begin brainstorming, a way to pivot their 60-volume series.
It's our best seller! What do we do?
Wait. One of Mel's Soren clones wakes up and gains sentience.
Ooh, I love that idea. Write that down. As the like you can tell ultimately that they aren't actually upset with you.
They're just
they were, they deattune.
No, they don't. What the hell? No. But still, it's a thing. Veronica, in your head, Agathar is just like, yes, you deserve better.
Are we near a cliff?
No.
Okay. There's just this silence, and then it's just like, elaborate.
Well, I have yet to see this swordsman swing his swords. Ergo, he is not much of a swordsman. He has been lying to you this whole time.
I just Agathar just like is looked off in the distance. His mood like visibly changed for like half a second, and then it's just like looks back up Soren. Hey, can Megiddo and Adari eat sentient weapons?
Nah, man, that's like, ew. That's like eating another person. We're not cannibals, you know.
Well, to be fair, you almost ate the scythe when we were fighting that nightmare.
That was like borrowing power. It's just difference.
And so Soren looks at Agathar and goes, "No, they don't eat sentient weapons."
All right. Maybe I'll just bury her in the desert or something.
Why? What happened?
Nothing. It's just nothing to worry about. Nothing I
Don't
can't
worry
handle.
about it.
Yeah, it's not nothing I can't handle.
If you'd like to, Agathar, you can roll insight.
Yeah, for sure. Insight or intimidation?
Insight.
Insight.
Insightation.
Intimidation. Wow, I've rolled under a 10 every time.
I have advantage.
All right.
It's your weapon. You can.
Watch me do it again.
Hey, look at that.
Better.
With a 15, you can tell that this particular weapon is like they're trying to look out for you in their own way.
Yeah.
It's just very bad.
It's abrasive.
Like they mean well.
Yeah, he's out of line, but he's right.
Why would you say something so controversial yet so brave?
Yeah. Yeah, he's okay. So he says to Veronica, just, I understand what you mean, and you are very new to the game, and we have been out of action for a while, but let me tell you, the way he swings those swords, it is amazing. So just hold on to your are you... Don't be weirded out. What are you wearing?
I am wearing a magnificent dress in the Gothic Lolita style, with white lace, a lovely little top hat, and a glorious umbrella.
I feel like, do you have like a space of your own, or are you just kind of like a voice in my head? Because his swords are also sentient, but they have like this cool little zen place. Do you have that too?
I could
sulk me?
I could show you, but it would require you to go to sleep with me in your hands, in your arms.
I hope Soy Fang doesn't get jealous. He just pulls on his arm a little bit, and it's like, yeah. So, rolling back to that stuff. So, how do you? We're on the same page now, since I essentially told you, not my life story, but up until this point, from when I met them.
Yes. Soy Fang is fine, I suppose.
Fine,
After all, you built her.
She is fine, I suppose.
You know, I'm now realizing I forgot to mention there were times that Soren actually did reciprocate in the first few days in Mirzye. That's what he was referring to when he said he would.
I would have to look back at the VOD because that was like, yo, so right over my head.
So there were times he actually like lifted Agathar up, like held him close, like I think kissed him a couple times. But yeah, he actually did reciprocate like a few times.
I feel like the kiss probably like the kiss on the cheek or something. I feel like I would remember that, but then again, this is me we're talking about. I'm an advanced goldfish.
Yeah, the Soren did actually reciprocate. I was thinking about like actually adding that in, but it slipped my mind for some darn reason. But yeah, he actually did, and he would have mentioned that anyway. So. All
right. Yeah, it's fine. I'll watch the VOD. So yeah, he is just so he back to Veronica is just fine, huh?
Well, I am apropos to the existence of undead in any form or fashion, but, as the wielder of the glorious Veronica Artorius Sawyer, I suppose I can make an exception to the woman that you seek to betroth and be married to.
And Belle?
And Belle, I suppose, since you are so attached to the concept of her as a character.
I mean, let's be honest. I did not teach her how to play chess. So she's becoming her own person, and I am here for it.
Yes. Just do be aware that if she does gain sentience, you will no longer have control over her.
Yeah.
And
but,
with a loss of control to necromantic creations comes a unavoidable shift in their personality. They are inherently evil, you must understand.
He looks over at Mori and just kind of like sees her with like Rencois and whatever they're doing.
Look,
and then there's just a beat of silence.
I understand what you mean. I am not referring to lycanthropes and the like. I am referring to undead specifically. They are inherently evil. This is coming from someone who has decades of experience in fighting and combating undead creations and necromancers.
Well, have you ever met a necromancer like me before?
Yes, I have. I have met more than a few well-meaning necromancers who believe that they can control an undead army to send it off into the fray to take the place of regular soldiers. I have seen grand acts of necromantic magic, and all of them have eventually been turned against their user. It may be a hard pill to swallow, but there may come a time where you may have to put your own creation down. In that instance, I will not say anything more. I will simply be a weapon for you to use. I hope that it does not come to pass, but my experience in this matter tells me otherwise. I simply wish to prepare you for this.
He looks over at Belle, and just kind of stares at her for a couple of moments.
She kind of like notes you're staring, and she just waves. Goes back to moving rook to e5 to checkmate Wendy. Or Wendy.
Mm-hmm.
Who then proceeds to blow the board over.
Well, I guess I'll cross that bridge when I get there, but I stand by my belief. Nobody is born evil.
Nobody is born evil, but undead are not born, they are created.
Well, I guess we'll just have to prove you wrong, but it's not like it's not like I'm prepared for the worst.
You're not prepared for the worst, you mean?
Yeah, well, no, well, there's one thing I can do if, you know, when the sentience takes hold and she isn't who I hope she would be. She has a self-destruct I can trigger, and that would utterly destroy her. But I would have to be careful when I trigger it.
Of course.
Well, I don't know your experience, but I don't plan on raising armies. Just tending to the two that I have. Well, the one. I will make another soon once I get my stuff back, but I don't deal with numbers. I want to...
I know. You do quality over quantity.
And you're gonna say that might bite me in the ass later, aren't you?
You already know what I was going to say. There's no need for me to say it.
Well, I guess we'll just find out. But right now, there's bigger fish to fry.
Yes, there are. And fry them we shall. As I have said before, you have my blade. Your story was grand and wondrous. Almost as grand as mine, but not quite. Not yet, at least.
And he just kind of looks at how he's holding Veronica, and it's just like white. It's transparent, but he's like white knuckling the shaft before he just kind of finally realizes that he's doing it. He just kind of eases his grip, and then just looks at Belle, who he doesn't see as like a construct servant. the fact that there's a possibility Bell will turn on him just puts a pit in his stomach, because that's like his child turning back and trying to kill him. He doesn't see Belle as like a construct. He sees her as her daughter. Mm-hmm. And so he is just tense thinking about this before he just begins to walk back to the group. Well, he waits for he'll walk back to Soren unless Soren like needs a minute by himself or something, but he'll walk back with Soren.
No, he's looking a little bit better now that he's actually managed to get it off his mind.
Yeah.
By this point in time, Migi and Dari are planning a whole multiverse. Like,
so Agathar A.
No. So it's like this. It's okay. We can keep the current timeline and say that this is the timeline where they didn't break up and they got all smooch and everyone was cool with like polyamory and stuff like that. And then this timeline is like what we call true tales, right? And they just kind of like they go from there. So, Valen, coming back to you, buddy, you've had time by yourself. Do you have anything you'd like to do or say, or anyone you want to talk to?
Talk to? Anybody you want to talk to?
Or vibe with?
I can feel Shad trying to not see.
Literally anybody?
Anyone at all.
There's lots of people here.
Let's see.
I refuse.
I reject your character development and substitute my own.
Or the lack thereof.
Come on, Valen.
Sure. Let's go to Lana.
Ooh, okay.
Shad over there. Hey, look, another spicy scene coming up.
Yeah. So you
think
you approach Lana, and you kind of like poke her a little bit, and she kind of like turns and acknowledges you. Yeah. What?
Mind if we speak for a moment?
Sure. She sighs and stands up. What do you want to say?
He'll just lead her. Sorry, no one's within earshot.
All right. He walks off with her. He walks off, or she walks off with you.
First, I do want to apologize for my behavior.
Mm-hmm. She's gonna incite you.
Sorry, I just saw Twitch reload and so that.
Let me grab her page and her insight. 28.
Oh my god!
Yes, cleric insight.
He being honest over there?
True. He is, actually.
Okay. You see this tension in her just slowly fade away a bit as she narrows her eyes. Uh-huh. Really? You. Apologizing.
I know.
Alright. I'll accept it. But just remember that next time you want to go spilling people's secrets to get a bit of petty revenge, to not do that.
That was underhanded of me, I'll admit that much.
Yeah, and you should go apologize to Soren too.
Eventually. But by the looks of it, I really don't want to spoil his mood.
And then apologize to Neatal as well.
Eventually.
Before we leave.
That is a part of eventually.
Alright. Go ahead. What else?
It is... I originally wished to bring this up to my own compatriots, but I wanted a view from outside. An outside perspective.
On what?
A project I wish to begin working on.
And what's that?
The spell. Clerics aren't the best at spellcraft.
And what's the spell supposed to do?
Target a certain part of a person's being.
Namely?
He will sigh heavily. Their souls.
Ah. And with that, I need a music change.
Oh no! Oh no!
So Valen's waking up. Valen's waking up in his clone in a few minutes. I take it.
Yeah, I think that's what's happening.
Wake me up. Wake me up inside.
Alright, guys. Nice knowing you.
Oh boy.
I have nobody to blame. I am innocent.
Hey, he did
It's
say
me.
before
Hi,
he wanted to work
I'm the
on
problem. It's me.
it. I'm regretting
Holy
my...
fucking shit.
I
All
like how
right.
Ted's probably thinking like, hey, yeah, you probably...
I mean, it was chopping at the bit for you to say that.
Okay, so
It's like this moment
Valen.
where it freezes, you get like the cheap 90s. Hi. Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I got in this situation.
Uh-huh. So, Valen, you go to specify what part of a person's being this spell would target, and you find yourself suddenly alone.
Not this again.
Speaking to the void as darkness falls around you. You are alone. You feel the water beneath your feet ripple as a drop falls into place. And it is in this moment that you realize where you are. You're back in your dream realm again. Once more where your god resides. You hear the flapping of wings above and the rippling of water around you. It's something very large lands. That large raven from before, standing over you, staring down at you with this cold black eye. And this time, there is no silence. It opens its mouth and it speaks. And when it speaks, your very body, the fabric of your soul, reality around you vibrates. And it says, that knowledge you seek, that thing you would create is forbidden to mortals. Yet, mortals have free will. Know that if you pursue this knowledge, you and all you include will die a most terrible death. For it is not just the one you would seek to kill with this spell that would be your enemy, but every other thing in this world that benefits from immortality. Once learned, something cannot be unlearned. Do not doom yourself and your friends. And then you're back, standing before Lana, your words caught in your mouth, as she gives you a quizzical look.
There wasn't any time to...
There was no time.
Oh, and I was throwing together...
Oh, well, you know what? Tell you what. I will allow you a wisdom saving throw.
Alright. Let's see if I can beat a Shad PC. Said saving throw?
Mm-hmm.
The answer is no.
I know, right?
27. Alright.
27, though. That's rolled a 19.
You may indeed say your piece.
They wished for a weapon. I will remind the one... I merely wish to remind the one that created me what mortality is. One who has abandoned you. Not so much abandoned, but one who has abandoned the cycle. What mortality is. It is not so much as destroying the soul, more so scarring it. Forcing the soul to return back to its original hosted container. Do not think that I am unawares of the irresponsibilities of such a spell. Do not think that I have not thought of the dangers that come with this knowledge. Tampering with one's soul is dangerous enough, but to seek to destroy and scar it. Do not think that I am such a child, that I am not unawares. Sometimes, to fight a monster, one must become one. Whereas you offer one route, I wish to find another. As you said, we are beings of free will. But sometimes we must forge a path that creates enemies, both immortality and immortality. I do not wish to take any price in which you wish to offer unto me. For knowledge, for power, I do not wish to sacrifice those in which I care for, just to gain something from another.
You confuse me, little bird. You know the risk, yet you still wish to take it. By speaking your purpose, you make it reality.
Because if I ask for you for a way to remind those of immortality their mortality, you will ask of something. One that I may not be willing to give.
Have you asked?
I asked for something once, and you asked for something I loved. I wish to find other options before I make my decisions. I merely wish to ask before I begin.
Then know this, little bird. You are lost in a vast sky, flapping about, trying to find a perch to lay on. You know not the currents that are coming. If you wish to grant those with immortality a mortal reminder, then I can grant such abilities. The price of their return to the fold being more than enough. You need only ask.
Yet doing such things always comes at a cost.
I have named the cost. The cost of them returning to the fold.
What was the cost of them returning to the fold, Shad?
Just the simple fact that an immortal person is dead and now returns to the cycle of life and death. That's payment enough. I can grant it to you for one solitary individual.
For one individual, yes. But what of the others that have brought me and my family, me and my blood pain? Those of not immortality, but far too powerful for me to deal with. What of them?
Too powerful for you to deal with alone. For now, maybe. But perhaps not later.
Do not think that she will think this will go unnoticed. For if you remember, she is from Suba. Ancient and old.
Oh. So Mel is your target.
Who else would I speak of?
Lucas.
And I'm going to write that down because that's interesting. Lucas is also immortal.
And from Suba.
I wouldn't be surprised, honestly.
I mean, like... He was just wanting to mention, like, someone that he could kill that was immortal, and she's, like, you know.
Yeah, I'm putting question marks next to Suba.
Mhm.
It would make sense that the other mages are immortal as well, to some degree or another.
They all return to the fold eventually, some through longer cycles than others.
Although Mel has escaped yours.
Not entirely. Nothing is ever wholly out of my cycle.
Yet she did make mention that those of her ilk are harder to kill than the others.
Find
Just-
out tonight.
I love.
Just know that
Hmm?
just know that your quest is one for forbidden knowledge. If you do not wish for my guidance in this matter, if you refuse my guidance, you will lose that which gives you strength.
And there it is.
This would have
Yeah.
happened regardless.
The hidden cost of free will.
Actions have consequences. And these actions that you would seek to take, well, they would bring ruination to more than you could think.
Perhaps for now. However, both Luke and Mel. For Mel hid the secret, and Luke is the one that I know of that may have sold. Although I wish for the knowledge of the truth, I know I'm not getting it from either one.
Is that what you think? You know, could always ask me.
I asked for that knowledge, and if you recall, the price of that was one for a loved one.
I don't remember that, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, he did ask for information, and she said, for the life of a loved one.
I would say insight that.
Damn. Inciting a god. Oh, okay.
Alright, 23. You get the sense that, like, you look up at this thing, you get, like, a sense of confusion coming from them, and then you realize that they were asking, like, what you want information on. Like, yes, I wish to have information for the life of a loved one? Question mark.
Oh, no.
Things get really weird really fast.
Yeah, a little bit.
But words are hard to construe.
Yeah, yeah. Especially when, you know, the deity's trying to talk to you in a riddle. Anyway, So
Valen's too dumb and hard-headed for that.
yeah,
I also missed that.
yeah. Might have been tone of voice as well. My fault.
Yeah.
At any rate, so they quirk, like they quirk a little bird eyebrow, just like, I never asked for a price on that. I asked for clarification.
You really need to work on your tone of voice. It's hard to figure out more body language from your current form.
I was using your tone of voice.
Boom, shakalaka.
God, Valen turns to dust. Got him.
And yet, even with my tone of voice, I can understand what I say.
Hmm.
You're the one saying it, dingus.
She,
I'm not the one who's
like,
saying the words.
this
I can understand tone of voice.
This thing says, apparently not. You have the power in you now. Or you will soon. Try it. Call upon my divinity.
Prerequisite level 10.
Roll it now.
Shit, where's the dice? There it is.
I swear to God, if you actually get it.
Oh!
Unfucking real. Unfucking real.
You're kidding me right now, right? Wow. Okay.
You also know what's funny?
For those of you who are curious, he needed to roll a 9 or lower because he is level 9 for divine intervention to work, and he rolled a 4. So
motherfucker did a divine intervention the first try.
Roll 20 being like, I was just rolling low for everybody. Was I supposed to roll high here?
so
yeah, roll 20
note.
forgot that he wanted low.
So another small side note.
What's that?
Shad wanted to be the first one to roll my divine intervention.
I'm letting you. I let you roll for this one.
Yeah.
So go ahead. What do you? So, and as you reach inside of you and you call upon their divine power, you get the feeling that you can ask any 3 questions that you desire.
God damn it, I don't have the questions set up, Shad.
Oh.
Too fucking bad!
Well, that's too damn bad!
Sounds like you should have been prepared to use your divine intervention.
I know, right?
Oh no, it goes away. Sorry, upi eto.
Sounds like a skill issue, one might say.
Motherfucker doesn't even have any pants. Can't get caught with his pants down.
Come on now. Ask your 3 questions, bitch.
For the first one, it's going to be, who started the process of creating soldiers for the Archmages? As I underwent.
Oh, that was Lucas.
Alright, that's straight confirmation there. Where's a pen? There we go.
They were the ones that started the process.
I'm gonna have to decipher these notes later. I can't read my own handwriting at the moment.
That's one question. You get 2 more.
It just says in rapidly colored red ink, the motherfucker.
Nah, it essentially says confirmed Luke.
Sure, Aggie would love to hear that. He needs more reason to hate the guy.
It's like I was on board for killing him, honestly. He didn't even need to ask.
Like, this just makes me want to do it sooner.
Yeah, exactly. What's ammo conservation?
So, your next question. Snap it up, man. Gotta be quick with it.
You can ask anything about anyone and anything.
It's literally no holds barred anything.
Valen is currently on a mission right now.
Also fair.
Don't worry, he'll just roll below a 10 5-head.
Oh my god.
I got the perfect 3 questions. What is your name? What is your quest? What is your favorite color?
Do you date mortals?
Are you single?
Alright. A second question.
Alright, second question.
Why do they need the soldiers?
To prevent the end of the world. Like you are doing right now.
Alright, that really doesn't answer any questions, but it just creates new ones.
Well, good news. You got 1 question left.
Why, oh why do kids prefer the taste of Cinnamon Toast Crunch?
Not even I can answer that.
This last one, I'm trying to word it correctly.
How many licks does it take?
God dang it, I was about to ask that question.
It takes
Tootsie Roll,
A
sucker,
1,
Tootsie Pop.
a 2, a 3.
3
crunch.
I was waiting for a moment. Hate you, Francois.
How?
Be faster on the jaw, motherfucker.
How many would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck chuck wood?
Alright.
My
At
brain
least
cell.
4.
Alright.
Oh,
How many
Hold
waifus will Agathar have at the end of the campaign?
More than you'll imagine and less than you'll suspect.
Who do you think is threatening the end of the world? Disappears.
Anyway. So, go ahead, Agathar.
Huh?
Sorry. Go ahead, Valen. Fuck.
Where am I?
You're suddenly there. You're part of the harem now. Anyway, sorry.
You're still taking applications.
Go ahead, Valen.
Who has Vani's contract and how can I break it?
Ooh.
Lucas does. And the only way you can break that contract is in one of 3 ways. 1, you give up yourself to him in her stead. 2, you become what he wants most. Or 3, you do what he's wanted for so long.
Okay, none of those help me at all.
They will help you when the time comes and you learn what he wants most from both you and your friends.
Here, I thought just burning up the contract would work.
What was that?
And here, I thought just burning the contract up would work. Just throw it into the fire.
That the contract between them is not a physical one, but one made with pure magic, spellcraft and the like, through enchantment spells, his expertise.
So what you're saying is I need to speak to whichever god of magic there is. Gotcha.
What about that soul burn spell? That would burn it.
Alright, I'd like to make a new spell.
Alright.
Burn all contracts.
With that having been said, as the third question has been answered, you feel you feel this sense of exhaustion settle over you. And you will be unable to use divine intervention for the next month, even after you get it. So once you hit level 10, you have 1 month before you can use it again, instead of a week.
Yeah.
Right, hopefully that's not permanent.
So in 50 sessions, got it.
I know, right?
The way that we go.
Shut it.
Because I mean, it's been what? Not even a full month.
This is what happens when we have all players who love to roleplay too much.
And with that, Valen, your deity kind of stares down at you for a moment longer before she spreads her wings outwards and then flaps as she takes off upwards. So, what is it that you would like to do before she leaves for good?
Thank you for the information. Perhaps there are times when I am more rash in trying to be wise, but that's just how I am.
Know how large the ocean is that you try to fly over, little sparrow? And try your best to find the better perches to get on. As she flies off into the ether, and when that happens, you snap back to reality, and then you begin floating up into the air as, oh, there goes gravity, and I'm messing. Anyway,
God damn it!
not again! I'll get him. Anyway, as Lana is standing there before you, just like, you okay? Spaced out there for a minute.
He'll just swear in Abyssal and Sylvan.
Sorry, say again?
Valen will swear in Abyssal and Sylvan.
You alright?
I'll just say what I was gonna ask you is no longer of import.
Huh.
Just say that I came close to hitting the third strike.
Oh. Ugh. Then yeah, no, I don't want to know any more than that.
But I did get some information out of it.
Well, that's good at least.
More of information on the wise of why and who.
Well, that's good at least.
Yes and no. But perhaps we might have a chip to play. Some information I got is how to free Vani.
She nods. Well, that's good. Is that all you wanted to talk about?
Yes. Sorry for taking you away from your company.
No,
I
it's
was
fine.
I was not expecting them to show up. But it gave me information.
I understand.
And exhaustion at the same time.
Alright. Well, if that's all, then, I hope you have a good night.
You as well, and once again, I am sorry.
Alright. And with that, as you, as the two of you kind of, like, awkwardly part ways, you with more questions than answers, and perhaps a new person in your corner to say. Maybe a new plan, who also knows. You each bed down for the night inside your respective tiny huts, and while the 11 of you sleep, back over in Fort Providence, the meeting between the Debt Lords comes to a close. With the meeting concluded, and the Debt Lord's parting ways, a figure skips along back to her room, a big grin on her face as she slides into the room and closes the door with a flick of her wrist. With another wave, her hair goes from its normal brown to a wild pink, and she discards her glasses as her eyes shift to the mismatched blue and green, and a vulpine grin spreads across her halfling face as she takes a seat in front of her chair and taps the mirror in front of her. Calligrin is back and in play. So many mercenaries are running around, and the shimmering veil and red oni masks are making moves as well. So many little pieces fretting about their place upon the stage, the board, the game of life! Really? And you there, dearest brother, are calling little old me. And as she stares into the mirror, she nods her head. Oh, really? They got me a ring, did they? Well, I hope they don't want to marry me anytime soon. I'm a bit of a free spirit like that. Oh! And what was that? She cocks her head and listens for a bit longer. Oh, they're also hunting for the forge. Well, well, well. She leans back and taps her table as the wood itself shifts and shapes beneath her touch, forming a small map of Merzye with little pieces moving about it. She then picks them up and moves them into place. Well, let's see just how well they deal with these little obstructions. Maybe we'll see something truly fun happen. Oh, and that reminds me. I should get my queen into place. Yes. And smirk and a wave of her hand, the board goes away and the pieces disappear. As she stands up, adjusts her outfit, goes back to wearing her glasses with her brown hair, and re-emerges from her room to skimper up the tower steps.
Oh no.
Is this going to be the first Archmage we kill?
Oh no.
And upon sliding through a wall and up some stairs, she enters a familiar-looking tower area with a spinning gyroscopic ball. Oh, Amalia! I have a task for you, dearie. And with that, the session comes to a close.
Fuck! God damn it!
So there's our Archmage.
Oh yeah, the minute there was like a little half-wing lady, I was like, there she is. That's it. I fucking knew it.
And
oh god damn it.
With that,
fuck.
With that, did you guys have fun?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we're gonna have to fight. I mean, it was amazing. God damn it.
Gonna be killing an Archmage.
God damn it.
And remember, if you guys would like to catch the post stream to this particular YouTube VOD, you can catch us live on Tuesdays at 5:30 CST PM obviously. And for the rest of the pre-stream and post-stream, you can kind of like hang out with us after stream or before stream. If you want the ad-free experience for our streaming audience at the very least, go to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/The Deathly Shadow. Just look up the Rains of Vitrium. You'll probably find us. Till then, Agathar, say goodbye to the people as we go into our post-stream.
We're in danger and I'm engaged, I guess.
Yes, you are. Maury, say goodbye to the people.
Goodbye. I had him engaged. It was hilarious.
All right. Rencois, say goodbye to the people.
Goodbye.
All right. Soren, say goodbye to the people.
The danger usually comes with the engagement.
And Valen, say goodbye to the people.
Does that mean I can actually use the ceremony spell?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
Perhaps. And with that, good night, YouTube audience, as we go into our post-stream. Recording